There's only one mantra that you all need to know. That's that one over there. See Todd, bye Todd.
It's beginning to look a lot like Hanukkah. La 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 la. Where's Ghost Avengers? Manga Quest 2025. Hi, everybody. It's me. It's a special Saturday night with me, Dave, the guy. Hello. Hi, everybody. I am back. Still a little bit delirious from weird time zone, future, past changes, but I am back. Manga Quest has concluded. Let's bring that down a little bit. Now that's what I call a pod racing jacket. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. It's Saturday here. It's Sunday in Japan, where my mind still is. But hey, you know what? I'm like a Christopher Nolan movie. I've got several timelines going at once. Let's say hello to some friends that may be still in here or decided that they don't care. Hello, Christopher Tropenheim III, our esteemed comic tropes. Chris is here, or was. He liked it, but did he like it? Chris, another Chris, Christopher Deschambault is here. I enjoyed my trip, and yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that you're taking those marching orders seriously. Stand Up Dan, he's in the house. He's so exciting. Oh no, he's saying this is so exciting. He might also be exciting. I don't know. Yeah, well, you're about to see a lot of fucking stuff. Sergio, thank you for being here. Andy's in the house. What's up, Andy? Might even be, no, nothing in this pile that you asked me to get. Saturday night's all right. Saturday. Rat Bros in the house. Jamie's in the house. Jamie's going to see some stuff that's at least one thing he specifically requested. Konnichiwa, Brian. Hope you're well, man. Derek, thank you. I guess the wrench, you're the Archbishop of the wrench, but we don't know if the wrench Pope is here. Oh, he's too good for Saturday night. I don't know. Anyway, so the gist of tonight is going to be, I'm just going to go through everything I got. I'll flip through some stuff I won't flip through. I'm not going to spend too much time on any one item because, yeah, I mean, look, let me be honest with you. I brought home nearly 200 pounds of books. How do I know? Well, I know the weight of each one of my suitcases. Plus, I had to ship 2 boxes home of hardcovers and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Movie pamphlets, manga, video games, art books, American stuff in Japanese, shirts, just everything. Unfortunate framing, the thumbnail with the N. I don't think that's unfortunate. I think your brain did the rest of the work. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Brandon, I wish Brandon would have thought that one out a little bit. I know what you're saying. Sorry, I was a little slow on that. I'm a little slow right now because everything's all messed up. So I brought back 5 suitcases. 5? Yeah, 5 suitcases and a backpack. I don't know if that's possible. Oh yeah, at a U-Haul at the airport. Yeah, thank you, Josh, for picking me up at the airport. I found the thing that I got for you. It's in the other room, but I found it. It's small, but you're gonna love it. Okay, all right. So you know what? I'm gonna look on the back wall here. I did pick up a couple of records. The Gorillas at the Apollo, and you can't see that's Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher, but that's the Japanese with the OB strip. Thank you to Marco for that Spawn piece. And there's the Akira movie program, which I got 2 of them, so I left one up back there. Did I bring back any coffee? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's start off with a little coffee. Thank you, Sergio. You guys can still hear me, hopefully. I'll be right back. All right, I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere. There's so much to show. But since Sergio mentioned it, why don't we just take a look at the 2 bags of beans that I brought? All right, so this came from Woodbury Coffee, which was the single best cup of coffee I had. This is the Ethiopian Sicko, which is me. And then Great Dream from Heaven. This is the Rwandan coffee that they served at Lou, which is in Nakano. So if you're going to Broadway, Nakano Broadway, if you're going to the Mandarake there, visit Lou, Lou. It's like the name. Fantastic place for breakfast. I went there a lot of mornings, and their coffee's fantastic. So I brought back so much stuff. I was grabbing things that I thought would sell. I was grabbing things that I thought were pretty cool and unique. I was grabbing things that people asked me to grab. So I wasn't able to find some of the really rare stuff, though. So they did all of the Sin City books in this manga format. I did see a set, but it's tough to pull the trigger on buying sets because it's, it takes up a lot of space and weight. But it is really cool to see Miller's Sin City printed with the Japanese text. Unfortunately, I got this after I went to Tokyo Comic Con. Otherwise, I would have gotten it signed. But I ended up getting some stuff from him signed that was Japanese printing. And you'll see that. It's all here. These two I found, and I don't know much about Pokemon, right? I just don't. Oh, you know what? Let's do full screen. Should I do full? Yeah, I'll do full screen. That post-vacation drip on, exactly. That's right, I got it. Oh, you can't see me now. Well, you know what? I'll go back to... Here, we'll do this. Yeah, there we go. Easy. All right, so I don't know a lot about Pokemon. I grew up, like I was 18, 17 when it hit, so it just didn't really grip me. But these specials are from 98. This is around the time that it broke in the States. I think these are really rare. Volumes 1 and 2. Pikachu, I Choose You. I did play Pokemon Go with Phil, and Phil's in here. Happy holidays, Calvin Yetimus. Did I get me that Ribera Steakhouse jacket or what? No, they told me I couldn't have it. I forgot to go. You forgot to remind me. A full set of Mai the Psychic Girl, which, was printed here in the States, but it's Ryuichi Ikigami who did Spider-Man. But I saw these and I pulled them down and Sensei Sean was with me when I found these, and he did say it's a good deal, and they are tough to find. This kind of looks like something that maybe Daniel Warren Johnson might have looked at some point. And I'm sure I got to imagine Dan's looked at Mai the Psychic Girl. And then remember, this was almost made into a movie. I think Tim Burton was going to make it, and the music was going to be done by, was it Oingo Boingo? Was it? No, it was Sparks. It was Sparks. They talk about that in the documentary. I've never read Mai the Psychic Girl, but I will say that it is a pretty awesome looking book. So that is the full set. Yeah, come on, look at that. Of Mai the Psychic Girl. I am going to go through the art that I got. I'll probably do that pretty quickly because then I can move the camera down a little bit. But the reason why the camera's up so high. Ryuichi Ikigami changed my world, and Mai was my first intro to his artwork. That makes sense. I mean, because it was here in the States too, is a huge thing for people. Okay, where do I go next? I have so much stuff, everybody. All right, let's grab this. And by the way, none of this is for sale tonight. I'm going to go through everything and price it. I still don't know when the first sale is going to be. I'm hesitant to do it next week or the week after Christmas, but I might put a poll out and see. Otherwise, it'll be the first week of January. That's right, Crying Freeman. That's right. Yeah, he's a big creator for a lot of people that are, grew up in the States. And then also, I guess, probably people in Japan. Looks awesome. Do the used books have a distinct different smell from the books in the States? Yes, they do. I don't know how to tell you what it smells like. but it does have a distinct smell. It's not as appetizing as the old stuff in the States. G Blaster in the house. What's up, dude? Ah. The customs look at my suit. Dude, customs coming back was one question. I think they asked me vacation or business. No, they asked me something that wasn't even that. One question and they just let me go through. Didn't even ask. Taking maybe a week or more to properly price. Yeah, most likely more than a week. Is that what it is? I see. I don't know what a rice field smells like. Please hit the like button. Yes, yes, yes. Paper pulp has some rice stock in the mix. Oh, well, thanks, Jim. So here's a Marvel X issue. This is obviously some Marvel stuff reprinted, some Todd, some John Byrne, and some Sienkiewicz Daredevil. I got this from Godtail at Tokyo Comic Con. This is his best of art. This is not his Marvel art, like it's not his property stuff. This is all just his kind of sexy women and creations and stuff. I talked to him for a little bit. Alwyn, I think, is Ink Collectibles. I think it's Alwyn. Help translate a little bit. But Godtail's awesome. I always pick stuff up from him. His art is fantastic. And watching him sketch in person is pretty cool. So this is just his regular art book, and that's signed. All right, so Godtail is the man, but he's a god also, Derek. Even the Yellowy Fox books are still relatively clean. Can we talk about the difference in paper quality? Japanese paper is awesome. Especially like the color tone, you know, when you get into, I think there's some colors. No, in the weeklies and monthlies, I love seeing that. Yes, Godtail stuff looks a little bit like Tank Girl. He works in animation, I think also video games. So this is a really tough book to get. I was very surprised that I found it. This is Woo, which is a magazine. This is issue number 3 from 1972. And no, Armando. Well, a couple of people that were reps and artists did, but no random people. It was mostly people that, you know, that are working in comics that were at Tokyo Comic Con or Japan Comic Expo, Japan Art Expo. So anyway, Woo, number 3, 1972. But look what's here. You got Steranko, and you got some Robert Crumb, Fritz the Cat. I did not know what was going to be in this. I kind of figured what would be in it, but you know, most of the stuff's sealed in bags, and no luck on Moon Knight. The only it's impossible, dude, and it's going to cost a shit ton of money if I ever do find it. That stuff is just not something that was saved in 1979 and 1980. So anyway, there's some Captain America here, Kirby. But then there's this Superman article, and then something called Valentina. Is this? I don't know if this is Creepax. Yeah, it is. It's Creepax. But then here's some of that tone paper, that blue ink. It just looks so cool once it goes from black and white to blue, and then it'll go back to black and white. Not before this cartoon from Gahan Wilson, and then some Corbin. And then some articles, I don't know, some pictures of movie star magazines. Then we go into some cartoon strips, Peanuts and Dennis the Mini, apparently, not Menace. Some Burnt Hogarth, and then Fritz the Cat. And the Fritz the Cat's on like almost an olive ink here, like a olive green. So I picked this up and I was so happy to see the contents of this. And then at the end here, is some fucking Basil Wolferton, which I did not know was in here, like I said, until I opened it, and that was yesterday. So that's Woo Magazine. I'm going to try and track down the rest of those eventually. I mean, I don't think it's taking. I'm sure this stuff is licensed. It's, you know, it's not... there was a lot of stuff in the 70s that Marvel was doing in Japan at that time. That was the beginning of the Marvel explosion in Japan, which didn't last that long, I guess. What's up, Ian? So then I saw this and I was like, yeah, I gotta grab Neil Adams Batman, Tales of the Demon. It's the recolored, but it's still cool to see this in Japanese. And so you get those 3 or 4 issues with Ra's al Ghul. and then it jumps into that Batman and Green Arrow Brave and the Bold, that little booklet. So it's all Neil Adams, and then a cover gallery of Neil Adams stuff. I mean, I don't know if it's licensed or not. I don't. Who cares? So this is I guess it's science fiction magazine. I scooped it because of the Noriyoshi Orai cover, and then there's just a lot of cool art in here. I think who else is in here? Go Nagai. So this is I think this is Go Nagai right here. There's a lot of science fiction stories in here, but the first 20 pages or so or 10 pages are all sweet art. And then more articles, and then it goes back into some more art, document file. I don't know who this is. I'm sure I could look it, but ain't got time for that. But a little anatomy stuff, and then some illustration here. Some more illustration and advertisements. I think that's some more Go Nagai. And then a Harmageddon advertisement here, which is Katsuhiro Otomo. Silk trade paperback, signed right here by Takeshi Miyazawa. Jamie. I did spend a lot of time in reconnaissance. I find a lot of book hunting in Japan comes down to how cool the spines are. Yeah, I mean, that's how you kind of pull stuff off the shelf and then you investigate further. 5. Nice. So you started pulling spines? Yeah, exactly. I started getting good at I've gotten good at it. So this is Comic Box magazine with a Miyazaki cool cover. There's a bunch of Miyazaki coverage in here. I'm not going to flip through that because I wanted to take a look at this real quick. Wrestling, obviously American wrestling, and American wrestlers going to Japan was a huge thing, and obviously Japanese wrestling is a huge thing. But Demolition, Hawk and Animal. Jesus. Legion of Doom. Cover. And it opens up with that. Some wrestling manga. Legion of Doom. Why did I say? Check this shit out. The Road Warriors. Wait. Hawk and Animal. Guys, I'm tired. Road Warriors. Thank you. Tonight we died on death and stack on hunger. Oh, what a rush. Anyway, I'm gonna mess up a lot of things tonight, so bear with me. So yeah, there's a Road Warriors manga in here, and then I don't know. There's a ton of stuff in here. It's mostly sports manga, boxing, soccer. What else is in here? Maybe a tennis manga. Well, I don't know. That's not a sports manga, but there was at least 3 or 4 sports manga in here, along with the wrestling. There's some racing. And now the other problem with buying a bunch of these, they take up so much space. You see how thick that is. But it's still cool. I saw something in here that looked very familiar, but I was trying to figure out what the artists were in here. Some of the names none of the names really rung a bell to me. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense now. Things are adding up. Okay, what else we got here? You know what? Let me do the art. That way I can just do that real quick. Well, some of you guys are probably gonna lose your fucking minds when you see it. All right, so light purple for a single color. Yeah, it is a choice. Okay. So if you watched, and if you didn't, I don't know why you didn't, but if you watched the Japan Comic Art Expo, you saw me and Jim each picked up pages from this mangaka who I can't remember his name, but he did wrestling manga, he did gag manga, he did action manga, a long career. So I picked up these 2 pages from him because I was like, all right, these look really cool. I mean, I could have easily picked up 20, but at that point, it just becomes overkill. All right, Jimmy Jams, Jimmy Food gifted this to me. This is just one of his cool, beautiful babes, big butt pages. I got that from Art Germ. You'll see the Atsushi Sasaki book that I got. It's in the pile here. And then this is, I think this is Miyumi who did this magic piece. Let me just fix that. So that's that. Yeah, that was the guy who was, it was 1,000 yen a page. Yeah. So you might recognize this illustration as being from a certain artist named Peach Momoko. This was done in 2021. I really loved it. It's got these little sparkly bedazzledness. What's really cool is her and Yo, her husband, they organized with the, I think it was during the Milan Comic Con, but this ceramic maker made plates and different ceramic pieces based off different illustrations. They were all done one of one. They were all sold for charity. They were beautiful and expensive. This is one of the pieces of art that they used. I saw it and I was like, I gotta have it. But more so, I also had to buy this. I think this is a cover. Yeah, this was a cover from, I think it was Alpha of the Apocalypse. Something that just came out recently or is about to come out. Obviously, you could see Psylocke and a little angel. I mean, this is just a gorgeous piece of art. An absolute gorgeous piece of art. If this wasn't tied to a comic, I'd still think this was a beautiful piece of art. This is museum quality type painting. So I got that, but I wasn't done there because Jiggy, I blame Jiggy and I blame myself for convincing me, which I'm okay with, of buying this Scarlet Witch piece, which is going to be in a Marvel card set that's yet to come out. It's coming out very soon. I forget the name of it. I'll probably know it when it comes out. But yeah, this was the 3rd and final piece that I bought from Peach. Peach is an absolute sweetheart. Yo, her husband, is an absolute sweetheart too. Had a great time. We had lunch with them, and then was maybe like 5 or 6 days after I got to Japan. Me and Jim and Dave Croslin met up with Yo, and had a day of checking out some stuff with him. So happy to support Peach and Yo. Oh, actually, might say on the back of the certificate here, Marvel Anthology card. Okay, so that's this one, and then the Psylocke cover is X-Men Alpha the Apocalypse. Yeah, so here's a piece that I haven't shown off yet. Dave Croslin and Jim Mufud did a nice shiki board, shiki, whatever, to commemorate Manga Quest 2025, and also my love of drinking way too much coffee. So that was really cool of them. What else do we got here? Some Toshio Maeda postcards that he signed. I don't know if these are, well, there's just boobs, but I hope they're YouTube friendly. Oh, that's a Transformers one from somebody else. Yeah, these are okay. Was Peach stuff less expensive in Japan or same in the US? The art, I think, would have been the same price, but everything else was a little bit cheaper in general. The stuff at Tokyo Comic Con is going to be cheaper than you would find in the States, because people in Japan, the yen difference to the dollar difference, people can't afford what they would charge if it was a straight, same pricing. For example, Frank Miller autographs were $60. You're never going to see that in the States. Godtail did these All-Star Batman and Robin exclusive covers. So I got one of the foils and one of the regulars signed. I did not get Jim Lee and Frank Miller on them. That was a choice that I made. Yes, the food is high. The minimum quality is so much higher for food in Japan. If you saw last year during Japan Art Expo, I checked out an artist named Shinji Mihara. I bought 2 pieces from him. Cal, you're a Transformers expert. What's the name of this guy? Because I'm not a Transformers expert. But there's that art piece, and then I got this Spawn one with the Violator head from him. And then this is from Yui Ling, I think her name is. I just thought this was a very unique looking magic. I mean, she's got a very long neck, but I still think it's a very unique 5, most dope. 5 Onslaught. That was the name of it. Okay, thank you, Cal. 5 suitcases. About 200 plus pounds in books and stuff. So that's the art that I got. Some of that will actually be for sale. Most of it will not. All right, let me lower the camera just a little bit, friends. Give me a moment here. That way, it's a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, back to the books. Let me grab a pile here and go through it. Oh, you know what? This is the closest pile. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right, let's see. All right, whatever, we'll just do it here. This is a Yoshitaka Amano mini book called Le Royal de la Lune. Something about the moon. The month of the moon, the something of the moon. It's the spine's pretty tight on this. I don't want to mess it up, but it's all these gorgeous painted pieces. Yoshitaka Amano's artwork is amazing. Saw some of it in person, a lot of it in books. Final Fantasy, Vampire Hunter D, Angel's Egg. Just a creative force. And it still has the Obi on it. Oh, there's the front cover. I didn't open this because I'm just going to be selling this, but this is the all of Evangelion postcard set from the exhibition that we went to in the first week. King of the Moon. King of the Moon, that makes sense. This is my second trip. My first time I had met... No, this last trip I hung out with Sean probably every day. Whether he wanted to or not. Dude, well, that's the whole thing, right? The Obi's really seal the deal on these books. It's just another piece of the package. So this is a cool science fiction digest magazine with a cover by Katsuhiro Otomo. But upon flipping through this, there's also an Otomo story in here. I think there's also maybe a Tezuka, but there's a couple of stories in here. But the Otomo one obviously sticks out to me because, it's Katsuhiro Otomo. And you know, it's funny, without reading, like using my Google Translate to see, thanks, Andrew. By the way, I got the email. Thank you. Thank you, Rami. Appreciate it. Without using the Google Translate, I was able to figure out what the Otomo story is because his artwork and his faces are, oh, that's what I wanted to show you. There's some gag manga in here, and I think this is this is Raiders of the Lost Ark and Yoda parody gag manga. But yeah, you can tell by Otomo's faces, like, oh yeah, that's Otomo right there. You can't really. How much did Japan get heavy metal? You know, it's funny. There was a store that had a bunch of issues of Metal Hurlant, but they were not Japanese. I don't know if they got heavy metal. I think some of that stuff ends up in the science fiction magazines or like Starlog and stuff. So yeah, here's an Otomo story. Yeah, and there's some other cool stuff in here. I didn't really spend too much time flipping through it. Pulled this one off the shelf. Kind of knew there was something. Thank you, John. I knew there was something different about this. And yes, this is the Umez. Umez did 3 Ultraman books, and this is the 3rd one. Very unique looking Ultraman that kind of deviated from what the Ultraman books typically look like. And this is pretty tough to find. Whole set is even tougher to find. I think Sean has one for, or had one for like 75 or something like that. But just different looking from one of the masters of horror, Umez. Yeah, well, that tree almost fell over on my house. It would have killed me if it did, because it was about 40 feet. Don't know how many thousands of pounds it weighed, and was right above my bedroom, but they got it down. They got it down. Here's something I didn't know about. There's a music magazine in Japan called Music Magazine. I don't know if it's still around, that does these crazy painted covers. Some of them are actually done by King Terry. I don't know if this one was, but apparently Rick James flew out of a cop car with a shield. Yeah, so that I'm keeping that. Some horror comics. I believe this is it's not, it's Hino Hideshi, I believe. Yeah. This is some Hino Hideshi. I forget the name of it, but Hideshi is, oh my god, look at the gore on this. Yeah, that music magazine cover is amazing. There was another one I should have bought. It was Grace Jones, but I was like, I don't want to start buying a whole bunch of stuff that's outside of my wheelhouse. But I was like, the Rick James I have to get, because like Jim said, cocaine is one hell of a drug. So here's some great horror from, I believe this is it, Hino Hideshi. Okay, we'll do this. Popcorn Magazine, issue number 3. This I actually snagged from Sean, and I ended up buying 2 other popcorn mags. I have 2 more to complete the set of 6. It you can't stay away. You got a hot date at 9:30 at night or 8:30 at night, Daryl. Hit the like button, Daryl. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, issue 5's one of the harder ones. I did pick up an issue 6 for myself. But yeah, Popcorn Magazine, one of the few places that you would see Marvel in Japan, but I think it was split between half Marvel and half Japanese stuff. Listen, tell your kids to watch movies on their own. They're old enough. Lone Fist. Okay, I don't know what that is. Check out Angel. Come on, look at this. $480 is what it used to cost, which is actually kind of expensive for them, I'm sure, in the 70s. But yeah, then the other half, I guess, is just gag manga. Oh, is Shinobu in this issue? Is this him right here? Whoa. Look at that. That is a Frazetta right there. So that's Popcorn. This is issue number 3, the Kirby cover. You'll see some of the other issues that I got. Had to pick another one of these up because it's hard to resist picking up such a beautiful presentation of one of the best DC books of all time. You know, you get Mad Love, Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and this is all of it. This is the 2 different books that the Joker books with Harley, or it's just the one, I'm sorry, with the artist edition. No, but anyway, you can't. I don't know what Baron Yoshimoto looks like, his art. But yeah, this is one of the you must own one of these if you're collecting DC stuff or Marvel stuff in Japanese. I don't know where this came from. I think maybe I got this at the Mandarake convention that we went to. I think Sean's just like, oh, you should get one of these. But it's just, I think this is like a reprint, like somebody self-printed some older Samurai Woman stuff. I like this ad though. What's up, Danny? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right, Derek. I think I got 3 of those total sold. Yeah, dude. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, Jim. Fair enough. Oh, the Samurai Woman stuff. Oh, this? Or what we were looking at in that book. I think you mean this, John. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Because she is a samurai and a woman. All right, obviously, we all know him as Mega Man, but in Japan, he's Rocket Man. And this is just a fun book of like, I think I sold one of these last year. All different characters, a manga, more character sheets, more character stuff. And I think they're going to start pushing Mega Man stuff in the States this year, I heard, or this coming year. And then check out this cross-section piece right here. What's up, Brunson? Raymar? Hope you're well, my friend. This is something else I picked up at that Mandarake little fest that they had. And this is basically a self-published collection of all these vintage Mario figures and Mario World figures, including the Kinnikin Men Mario stuff. I saw some of this stuff for sale. It's not cheap. But yeah, just thought this is something I'll probably offer for sale. I mean, to be honest, most of the stuff, I spent so much money, I got to make it back, you know. Here's another self-published. Udon Crew did a great artist tribute book to the Mega Man. Oh, that's cool. I think I remember seeing that. Here's a self-published Godzilla doujinshi book where it's like, I think it's about a girl and it just happens that Godzilla's chilling because he's only in it for a couple of panels. But I thought it was pretty cool. And then, yeah, so it's the same book, just trying to show you both the front and back. Some Hibari Hit comics, which is something that Sean preached for a long time. And I started buying some Hibari stuff last time I was here. Last time I was in Japan. I also bought some stuff from Sean. But it's just the best, coolest looking horror stuff. And some of it's really tough to find. It's all kind of rad. Some of it's radder than other. It's always got the coolest imagery. You know, like I've flipped through some of these Hibari books that I can't read, and I kind of get the gist of the story. Snake Lady, I don't know for Snake Lady. Another thing I picked up at that Mandarake festival is just another little self-published. I think this is. It's not all Kinnickman. Was that Matt? Is that Gundam? Yeah, it's Gundam. Another cool catalog. They do a lot of those because there's so much of that stuff out there. Is that this? No. I'm not as brained in right now. I know what this is, though. This is Godzilla 2000. But what I took a chance on this, because it was sealed. It was in the bag at Mandarake. I was like, I think that this is a manga. I was hoping that it was a manga and not a picture book. And sure enough, this is a Godzilla 2000 manga. A full-on thing. I don't know if this was ever translated and released in the States, but the art's fucking badass. So I'm starting to get a pretty good instinct into what's what before, you know, because you can't open a lot of this stuff up. All right, let's get some more stuff. Gosh, where do I put this? I'll put this over here. Might even do some blind boxes, some of those little blind box unboxings tonight. I did get a bunch of gachapon, but not a lot. All right, so I guess they had a monthly or an ongoing Mario manga. So this is from 1990. This is book 7 and book 2. I don't know if this stuff was ever. Everything's in the crystal film always. No looking. Yeah, for the most part, unless you're at you're at a used bookstore. Sometimes those used bookstores do have the they're not in bags and stuff. I don't know if this was ever I don't think this was ever translated into English. I could be wrong though. What's up, Kem? What's up, Chris? I'll take the gachapon. Oh, I bet you will, Cookie. Um, but yeah, I just thought I'd pick up a couple of these. I wasn't gonna bring home all 20 volumes or whatever, but I believe there are. Like, I think this was a long running series in the 90s. We were looking at those early days on Steven Universe. What these guys right here? That's pretty cool, Danny. Yoshi. It's me, a Yoshi. Isn't that one of his lines? So I was going to originally gift this to somebody, and then I looked at it again, and I was like, maybe I want to keep it. I went to the Tsutaya bookstores, the two nicest ones, the one in Ginza and the one in Kyoto. I spent time in there. If you're going to be in Tokyo, you have to go to the Ginza to Tsutaya, or if you're in Kyoto, you have to go to the one. They are the most gorgeous bookstores I've ever been to. They're art galleries and bookstores, but it's just like the bookstores themselves are a work of art. And it's just this I think it's just cat yokai book. It's just a cat yokai art book. But first of all, it's printed beautifully. And I guess it's all art from, this is like classic artist stuff. But I just picked it up. I was like, oh, maybe I'll gift this to somebody. And then I'm like, I kind of not gonna give this to somebody. I really want it. All right, Cal, have a good night. Yeah, Tsutaya, it's like the Museum of Modern Art if it was a bookstore. No, I didn't go to T-side at all. I just never had a time to get out there. When I was over that way, I was at Tokyo Comic Con, and I wasn't gonna make the trek out there. Next time, which will probably be in less than 6 months. Oh my God, look at this. Anyway, dude, the one in Ginza is just so glorious. I mean, the one in Ginza and the one in Kyoto both have multiple art galleries attached to them. T-site will blow your mind. I mean, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. It's just, you never have time to do all of the things. What's up, Marco? What's up, Tom? So I picked this up too. If you remember video games in the 80s, you remember Sunsoft, especially from the Batman game. But this is like I think it was like the visual chronicle, like the history of Sunsoft, which, they're a huge, they were a huge part of that early 8-bit video game wave, and not in just Japan, but in the States. And so this is just like all of the things you want to see, from the blueprints to the marketing to the storyboarding of the games to art from the games, tabletop, arcade. I guess maybe this is computer. All the artwork. I mean, this is so okay. We all know that Gremlins is big, and especially if you grew up in the 80s, like it's part of your childhood. But Gremlins is still big in Japan, to the point of I got a lot of Gremlins 2 stuff to show. I didn't do too much video game shopping, just because like Super Potato has become a tourist trap, and I think their prices are really high. But I did manage to find one of the video game grails that I was looking for myself. You'll see it. We went to the Angel's Egg exhibition, so I got one of the main books, which you're not gonna. It's still sealed, but then I got 3 of the catalogs. This is for the 4K restoration of the Yoshitaka Mano movie. These are really beautifully. They're stitched. They're hand stitched. Like, these are spared no expense on these programs. So lots of storyboards, original art in here to match the frames in the anime. Obviously some stuff in Japanese that I can't read. But these are really well put together. I did get 3 of them, so those will be for sale. Here's the other 2 issues of Popcorn that I got. Man, we're only at 45 minutes and I can't flip through everything. This is issue number 6. This is the final issue. Along with number 5. These are very short printed and tough to find. So Marvel stuff and non-Marvel stuff. There's some Red Sonja. Decent condition, just a little bit of browning, but no real foxing spots on it. Yeah, good luck to me getting this back in here. Nope, not even going to try. Not even going to try. And then this is issue number 1. Yes, I saw a full set of it. It was too expensive, and yes, issue 5 has the giant size X-Men cover on the back cover. It does have a lived-in look. Spawn number 1, they did multiple printings of them. Each one has a different obi. See Todd, by Todd. I thought it's pretty interesting. So the image stuff that Dengeki printed, to my knowledge, is limited to Spawn, Wildcats, and Gen 13. No Youngblood, no Savage Dragon, no Shadowhawk or anything. But I think it's pretty cool that they did Gen 13. This is a Jim Lee cover for issue number 2 of J. Scott Campbell and Jim Lee's Gen 13. Is he wearing a Nine Inch Nails shirt? Yes, he is. I tried Duolingo. It's the whole pay-to-play thing really pissed me off, so I stopped using it. The King Terry magazine of Garo, which is the anniversary. They did 2 different versions of this. I think this one was for the exhibition with the yellow, the gold poop. And then I got 2 of these and 2 of the silver poop stickers. So anybody who's a King Terry fan that doesn't have one of these will have a chance. Oh, I forgot to open this up. I'm not going to do it right now. This is Katsuhiro Otomo warning book, art book. I got it for myself, so it's not going to be for sale. Oh, and I forgot to open this too. I knew there was a couple things I forgot to open. The movie program for Mobile Suit Gundam. But what's really cool about this is this features the art from Yaz. We went to the Oz exhibition, and holy shit, it was the most impressive art exhibition I've ever seen in person. Absolutely the most impressive paintings and original Ganga, like everything. You know, he did design a Mobile Suit Gundam, created Dirty Pair, Venus Wars. I mean, the man, and I'll show you the catalog. I got 2 of the art exhibition catalogs, so I'll flip through those and you'll see that. All right, we'll show off. I'll show off the 2 Grail pieces I got. I'm not opening one of them right now. This one I'm not opening. I will probably do a flip through video of it at a later date, but this is Kaba 2, the artwork and illustration collection of Katsuhiro Otomo from 1990 to 2011. Yes, I am showing off every single thing. It's all here in piles on the floor. I picked this up my last day. I just happened, I went to Jimbocho, I went to all the stores. I hadn't thought about buying anything else expensive or big because I had bought so much stuff, and this appeared and it was too good of a deal and I had to buy it. So now I have both Kaba 1 and Kaba 2. Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't looked through this. Like, I've never seen the insides of this. So I can't wait. Now, the other thing I got, it's probably the rarest thing that an Otomo fan might be able to get that's not original artwork. I didn't know it existed, and then I was told, and I Googled it just to make sure. This is the Domu fan club zine. And I knew, obviously from the image, I knew that this was Domu, but I didn't know what it was. And Sean has never seen this before. but what he kind of figured while he was flipping through it is like this came out either right before or right after Domu came out, and it only goes up to his career to that point. But then we got to this section here, and Sean was like, I have never seen this story before. So I don't know what story this is, but this might be something that was only published here. What's up, Jose? Thanks, man. Nice to see you. So anyway, this is the rarest thing I picked up in the book world because it's just something that who knows how many were made, who knows how many still exist, but this is like, yeah, Domu Fan Club zine, like an ash can or a self-published thing. The Kaba, I don't care. I'm gonna look at it. I don't need to worry. I'm not somebody that needs to leave a book sealed. I want to see it. I want to, experience it. Plus, next time I go back, if I wanted a sealed one, I'm sure I could find another one if I want to pony up the money, All right, let's see. All right, let me grab a piece of this. Was what crazy price? The Domu thing? It was 11,000 yen. But I was talking with the girl, the bookseller, I have a major crush on. And she said, yeah, it's very rare. So she probably never seen one before. All right, so Sean picked this up for me. Oh, Kaba? No, Kaba was like, it's like 2 something. I was in Japan for 4 to 5 weeks. I was in Japan for 30 days, and not really. No. The last couple of days I was there, I was like, oh, I'm excited to go home. But no, I wasn't homesick. I don't get homesick for a country like America. What's there to be homesick about? And 2 days before I got home is when Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered? Come on, fuck do I want to be here for? The only reason I came home is so that I can make money because this trip was expensive and I have to get back to work. All right, Nosferatu. This is Yamamoto. Takato Yamamoto. It's signed. And this Sankuyama. I think I know who you're talking about. His art is absolutely fantastic. Like, I don't know how old he is comparatively to Peach, but I imagine he's older than Peach, and I almost feel like this is somebody that maybe Peach looked at a little bit. But this art is just gorgeous. So I'd seen Sean show this off on the channel, and I was like, I need one of those. And so he scooped one for me. Exactly, Josh. This is like, first of all, I know his originals are expensive, but I would love to get something like this tattooed on me. How could you get homesick when you're around great art, really good people, and like the most amazing food? Jim, the coffee is better over there. Everything's better in Japan. Anyway, that's Nosferatu. Takato Yamamoto. That's a PC book for me. Hey, Tom. Thanks. Yeah, John, no problem. This is what I wanted to do, I wanted to just make sure that I got some sleep last night, so that was good. This is Atsushi. What's his last name? I forget his last. Atsushi Suzuki. We met him at Japan Art Expo, and got this. Me and Jim Mafood both got these books, but Jim had kind of like took a break, and he came back to his table, and I got mine sketched. This guy, and somebody posted on the Japan Comic Art Expo video that he's on TikTok, and he does live drawing streams. So I've got to find him on TikTok because this guy's badass. And I looked at some of the other books he does, and I think he does like not the typical, like he does manga that's very different than this, but I think this is his self-published, his own stuff, and he really lets loose. It's Lords of the Siege. I'm gonna try and get more of these. I think I can get in contact with him. If I do, I'm gonna see if I can get like 10 of these and get them all sketched and stuff, and then I'll sell them on the channel. Yeah, I know, Jim. I know. Here is the model archives of Shin Godzilla, which I just rewatched yesterday. Like if you're into Godzilla, this is a book that you'd love to see because it's all the models of all the key scenes and all that cool stuff. Oh, for sure, John, for sure. I mean, I feasibly would like to do it half a year and then live here the other half of the year. But yeah, this is all the models from Shin Godzilla. Another Spawn book. We've got the Violator one with the Obi on it. Yeah, I need models for Derpy Godzilla. Yeah, that first like 40 minutes of the movie. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Derek. Fusion and Console. I got this from Yui and Fujita Shobi, the two ladies part of Inking Collectibles. And this is their split, whatchamacallit, split sketchbook. Baroness. I'm just going to pretend that's Mary Jane. Magic. So yeah, and then they both signed the back. That's a very good chance, Jim. The last day I broke through. I was flirting with this girl, but of course it was my last day. So Brett Bean was at the con at Tokyo Comic Con, and Brett's a good friend of Jim's, and I really like Brett's art. He worked in animation for a long time, and I got him to do Darth Jar Jar. But he's got a new book coming out called what was it called? Dork, and it's an orc, but that's a dork. Anyway, this is his awesome sketchbook. He's a really good dude, really talented. Hopefully, have him on direct edition probably in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks. Godtail. This was a special order from somebody asked me to get Omni-Man sketched in the Godtail book. He does a lot of American conventions, so he's somebody that you should definitely keep looking for. I didn't open one of these up, and I feel like that's gonna take a lot. This is a thick-ass book. This is one of the Evangelion books. This is the Evangelion 2015 book, which is out of print. I believe it's all storyboards or keyframes. I don't know. I might open it up. You know what? Let's just open it up. It's going to be for sale, so I guess everybody should see what's in it. There's no point in keeping something sealed that somebody is going to want to buy. It's not worth more sealed. I'll say that. Oh yeah, it's all storyboards, production art, machinery. This is how it all comes together, boys and girls. This is how the sausage is made, except the sausage is an Evangelion mech suit, and that was a really cool exhibition. To be honest with you, I mean, I've known what Evangelion is my whole life, or since I was a kid. I've never really watched it, so I'd like to start going through all the old stuff. It's just, it's just seeing, I'm very appreciative of seeing the art and the production and the cells and all that. It's just not something I ever watched. What's up, Joe? Japanese plastic. On the other hand, slabs. All right, let's get some other stuff here. So you saw the biggest item, personal items for myself. All right, let's see what's in this pile. Ugh. So I unfortunately wasn't able to get this signed by Jim Lee, but it's an X-Men #9, the Japanese X-Men. Shock. I can never say it. Shokugukiken. Anyway, I'm not even gonna fucking try. Anyway, it's reprints like one of his, maybe like 2 issues, like 270 through 273 of Uncanny X-Men. Some Jim Lee art in there, obviously. 276. Super familiar with pricing American comic books, go collect an overstreet Japanese manga. Dude, we're all like that. I mean, you have to kind of just, I mean, it's really based on how hard it is to find. You know? It's tough. Just one of this is the Spawn Gold special issue. I think I found one of these for myself last trip. Now I've got one for sale. I don't know if anybody's going to want to buy these. I did get several of these German Akira trade paperbacks. So it's the epic, the Marvel epic colored, you know, Akira, but in German. I found a couple of these. I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy them. I'm sure there's some Akira collector out there that's going to want them. I guess I'll open one of these up because I did get 3 of these. This is the actual exhibition guide from all of Evangelion, the 30th anniversary. These are hardcovers, which is, think about that. An exhibition guide is a hardcover. These states wouldn't even dare print anything like this because they're too afraid. Das Akira. Jawohl. Akira ist gut. But these catalogs are not going to be available anywhere else. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll buy the 3 that they let you buy because I know some people are going to want them. But let's take a quick peek inside. Oh God, most dope. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. So this is, I mean, like, there's probably more in this guide than was at the exhibit. But, you know, this is everything. You get the cells, you get keyframes. It was really nice to see this stuff in person. I mean, seeing painted cells with a lot of purple on them is not something you really see in America anyway. So getting to see was a real treat. Some stuff, and then here's your pencils, your back, your layouts, I guess what they would be. And then you put the painted cell. I mean, yeah, lots of cool colors in this stuff. Obviously, with the base color of Evangelion being heavy purple. So yeah, that's the exhibition catalog for all of Evangelion. I got 2 more of these, maybe the last 2 copies I'll ever have. This is the Best of Venom with reprinting. Look at that right there. It's worth the price of admission. Reprinting ASM 300, and I guess 316 also is in here. I can't remember. No, maybe just 300. And then the Sam Keith Wolverine Venom. And then I think we got the Bagley at 375. And then that backup, I think there's that backup story from one of the Spider-Man annuals. Oh, Spider-Man Holiday Special. So that's the Best of Venom. All right, here's... Hold on, I want to show something off. Folks, give me 1 moment to grab it off my bookshelf in the guest bedroom. Okay, here it is. Very easy to find. So last year, I was with Sean at one of the bookstores, I don't know, maybe in Kichijoji. And so we found this, and I was like, oh, let me grab it. Hey, Bill. And I grabbed Hard Boil in Japanese. This year at Emerald City Comic Con, I got the lovely Jeff Darrow to sign, and he did a little sketch of what's his name? I can't remember the main character's name. God damn it. So, all right, have a good night, Jim. Nixon, thank you, Andy. So this year I found another copy, and I was like, I'm an idiot for not bringing my hard-boiled to Japan to get Frank Miller to sign it, so why don't I just get another copy and get Frank Miller to sign it? So 2 copies of hard-boiled in Japan, Japanese, one signed by Darrow, one signed by Miller. I guess my collection's complete. What else did I get signed by Frank Miller? Well, how about a Japanese Batman The Dark Knight Returns? Look at that. Look at that. Really nice green paint pen. Frank was really nice. It was nice to meet him. We chatted for a very quick second. Anyway, Japanese printing of The Dark Knight Returns. Hello, Robert. Complained I'm using fusion technique or just bookbinding technique. Oh, look at that, Bill. Just in time to see the art of Shin Godzilla. Look how thick this book is. This is an expensive book. It came in like a box set. I found a used copy that didn't have the rest of the box set. It's got obviously production and original sketches. That's right. You already missed one Shin Godzilla thing. Models. We got more models of derpy Godzilla. So this is a making of book. It's kind of a companion. I wish that I can't wait to see if they ever do another one like this with the things. Yeah, this is really expensive. It was really heavy. The script, I guess, this is the shooting script, and then location photos and storyboards, animatronics, set photos, schematics, layouts, some more, I guess, script stuff. Then we go to more prop photos. Yeah, this is everything you need to see pictures of the making of what some people say is the best Godzilla movie. There's certain people that say it's their favorite Godzilla movie. I really like it, but I'm a -1 freak. So yeah, that is the art of Shin Godzilla. Why would they make a script in English? It's a Japanese movie, Bill. I love teasing Bill. Ugh. They don't care about Gaijin. Gojira, not for Gaijin. Nobody said that to me. Somebody did it. All right. Well, I'm not going to open this one. I've already shown you that I have one, but I do now have an extra record of Godzilla -1, which is basically the, same kind of book that I just showed you for -1, but it's got a poster and then another mini book in it. This is a sealed set, which is for sale, and will be up at the next sell. I will tell that to Raymond Burr, except Raymond Burr's dead. I can't tell him anything. And I can't say it to Aaron Burr either, because Aaron Burr is also dead. All right, let's see what's in this pile. By the way, don't forget to hit the like button, friends. It really helps. Oh! Oh my God, there's just tits everywhere. Anyway, some Go Nagai. Samurai lady with a sword. And then this is volume 8. That was volume 5. These are fun books. Oh my God. Don't kill me, YouTube. It's just art. This is true, Ken. This is true. And then some Kensuke Kage. which there will be more of Kensuke Kagi. I got to meet him. But this is something I picked up in the naughty section. I will think of the children. You know where the children all come from? They come from inside the womb of a woman. This is an anatomy lesson. People afraid of. I mean, I know none of you in the chat are weird, like prudish people, but just think about how weird that is. Anyway, Atsushi, no, Yamamoto. This is another guy that was doing a pop-up original art. Oh yeah, best butts. Who was doing a pop-up at Mandarake, and we just stumbled onto it, and me, Jim, and Dave Crosland were checking out, and I realized that they had some books for sale, and they were only one of each. And it's because this was his personal collection, these books, and each one of them came signed and sketched and dated. So yeah, and then I think what ended up happening is Jim found his first name is, I think it's Atsushi. No, I did not find it. I didn't see any tentacles. What was this section behind? Was that section behind a beaded curtain? You know, it's funny, John. Some of them, Phil, some of them are behind curtains. Most, actually, I should say most shops that sell regular books, manga, whatever, their adult section is behind a curtain, but it's usually a very big section. Anyway, I think Jim ended up finding a book that this guy created about how to create manga. Listening to Mahfoud's Hall was nothing but porny stuff everywhere. Not really. Like certain stores, there's one that Sean took us to that's like literally, it's the bookshelf, like one row, and then the other row, and the further left row is all porn. But there is a lot of porn. They're not like shy about it. It's very much on display in every store that it's at. And even like the weeklies that they sell at 7-Eleven, there's Young Magazine usually has a huge breasted girl on the cover. Yeah, but there's stores that are just smut. There's floors. Some do have like the book offs. The book offs all have curtains behind the 18 and over section. This one I think Sean had me buy, and I forget the guy's name already, but this is a beautiful book. Oh wait, this is damn it, somebody help me out with who this is, because this is somebody that's not a nobody. This is it's not Umez. It's Umez. It's somebody else with that kind of same name. Bill, fire away. But anyway, this is a beautiful book. I know Sean's got a copy of it on his website, and I just can't remember the name of it now. Thank you, Kazuo Kamimura. And I guess this is like reprinting some of his Golden Age era stuff. So that's what it looks like. Very, just really kind of reminds me of like how an indie movie is shot. Just beautiful frames, beautiful splash pages. Why is there so much porn, especially in manga, but not much of it is censored? Do you know how that system grew up? I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no dick in any of that manga. You won't see that. Breasts, butts, non-clitoral vagina is fully on display. But Lady Snowblood, that's right. But yeah, it's kind of censored. I mean, some of it is uncensored. I don't know. I think that's something that Sean would know a little bit more about. Speaking of great, Shigeru Mizuki, the creator of most of the prolific art in yokai. This is like a guide to yokai. So it's a lot of text, but each page, there you go. Yeah, it has to be censored by law. Each page has an illustration of a different yokai or something related to a yokai. And he's, one of the most prolific creators. I would say, next to Tezuka, probably the most prolific. And internationally known, but he's like a hero of Japan. So this is a guide to yokai here. Peach was very influenced by Mizuki. This is just a little pocket guide, And then I found another set. So this will eventually be for sale of the Fantastic Four. They only did 4 volumes in Japan. This is all the key stuff that you want from, and I don't mean like as in keys, I mean like the stuff you want from Kirby, including the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, Inglorious Blue Ink. So 4 issues. This is all they ever did of Fantastic Four in Japan, at least in the tankobon format. Come on. I have a set that I bought from Sean last year, so I just picked this set up because I figured somebody's going to want it. Because it's the king. All right, let's switch gears. I'm going to show off the coolest thing. I didn't buy many toys, especially for myself, but I had to buy one thing for myself because it was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Hey, Jeremy. I can't go down the road of really collecting Hot Toys. I don't want to make the room to display them, but I saw this at Comic-Con and I just had to buy it. Spider-Man. I mean, this thing is so cool. It's so cool. I saw it on display and I was like, I have to own this. So I'll get it set up and displayed, but this is the Spider-Man. I mean, how could I not buy this? There's no reason I could justify to say I need to leave this behind in Japan. I had specially went to Sapiens, Toy Sapiens, to pick this up in Shibuya. Yeah, exactly. It's Ryuichi Kagami Spider-Man. You gotta buy it. All right, let's do this pile of books. Ugh. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. Spider-Man. So this is something I found. I didn't know it existed, and I was with Aki. If you know Aki and Agi, Aki had never seen this before. It's the Volume 2 Hero X volume of Transformers. This is not anything I had ever seen before. I don't know much about it. It's from legendary creators. It's from Masumi Kaneda and Ban Megami, who I looked up and I found out they're pretty influential cats. That's right, he is the emissary from hell, Spider-Man. So it's like some of the animated stuff, but then it goes into a manga. It goes back into some of this stuff. This is gorgeous art. So it's a little bit of everything, but this is like so cool. And I'm not a huge I've never been a huge Transformers fan, but not like some of you all out there who are Transformer heads. But this thing's just so cool. Don't forget the like button. Also, let's take a moment to discuss Direct Edition. If you haven't watched the Jeff Darrow and Matteo Scalera interviews, what are you doing? Support the podcast. Next week is my best of 2025 episode, movies, music, and comics. And then the first episode of the new year, last episode of the year, Sean, Japan Book Hunter, going under the hot lights of Direct Edition. Anyway, Transformers, really tough to find, so much so me and Aki had never seen it before. All right, Dan Clowes. Somebody tell me what book this is because I forgot. Press Pop did this Dan Clowes book. Very much looks like a full color, like monthly or monthly, Shonen Jump. He's got at least 3 books, I think, published in Japan. I know Monica was published in Japan. So I saw it. I was like, I got to buy it. What'd you say? It's over Prime? It's Prime? Over Prime? Some more American stuff printed in Japanese. James Stokey's Godzilla in Hell. which is such a beautiful book. Patience. Thank you, Danny. I mean, not much dialogue in here to begin with anyway, so you don't have to worry about it being in Japanese, but it's cool. I forgot to ask, any flight issues near your house? With the exception of the tree that almost came down on my bedroom, no, nothing by my house. There's still raining right now, but no, nothing flooded near me, because Tacoma is on a hill. So it would almost be impossible, like, unless we were talking about the end of the world kind of flooding, it would almost be impossible for this part of Tacoma to flood. Because I'm like the bay over here in the Sound is probably, I'm probably like 100 feet above it. Yeah, you know, there are some people that I was still trying to figure out if they got published in the US and I mean in Japan, and it's good to see that he wasn't not published. He was published. So I showed this off on the live sale. This is Thunderbolt Mobile Suit Gundam art book. It's from the 2000s. It's pretty cool. Like the art, and it's badass. It's another thing I don't have a ton of experience with. And then it comes with 2 posters that are fully intact, which you don't find too many books with their posters still intact. All right, check it out. The 30th anniversary of Godzilla. So this book's from what, 1984? Because I think 54 was the first Godzilla movie. Take care, Jeremy. This is a really cool book. It's got poster art in it. It's got a fold-out poster. It's got frames from the movie. All different. It has it split up into the acts. And then it's got behind the scenes stuff. It's got storyboard art, pre-production art. I mean, this is a pretty cool book from you know, this book now is 40 years old. The visual guide of the first Godzilla movie. Simpson episode with Alan Moore, Art Spiegelman, and Dan Klaus was on recently. I'm not going to open up all of these. I totally forgot to. Atsushi Kaneko, who I've come to know recently. And these are going to be a pain in the ass. This won't be. Well, I've come to know recently because it's all Sean's fault. He was the one who told me to read Search and Destroy, which was published by Fantagraphics starting last year. The new book, I think, just came out, the final book. Sean told me to read it. I read the first book when it came out from Fantagraphics. I loved it. Second book, I loved it. And then Sean started showing off the art books because he just did, like right before I got there, Kaneko did an exhibition in Japan. And obviously I wasn't there to see it, but he showed off all of the art books. And I was like, I need those, Sean. And he's like, all right, welcome back to another. Oh, wait, Dave, I'll get them for you. So he did. And this is Loco Loco Loco. It's signed. All 3 of these are signed by Kaneko. I just think he's a fucking brilliant artist who draws kind of, it's like unique. It feels unique. It feels like he, I mean, it makes sense that Fantagraphics is publishing him because he feels like his art fits right in with Klaus or you know, or Charles Burns or any of the classic, you know, people that we've come to know and love from Fantagraphics. So if you haven't read Search and Destroy, do yourself a favor, pick up all 3 volumes. It's cyberpunk, sci-fi, action, kind of reminds me of, a little bit. It fits right in with the character that Mia Jovovich plays in Fifth Element, or you know, or even one that she plays in Resident Evil, Alice or Lilu Dallas Multipass. Like Search and Destroy is badass. So this is 3 different art books from Atsushi Kaneko. I can't wait to flip through these for myself. Maybe I'll do this as a Patreon episode. I'll do all 3. By the way, the new direct edition Patreon episode just dropped. I filmed it the last day I was in Japan. I'll tell you about the Patreon real quick because it helps the people subscribe to it. $5 a month. That's all it costs. Helps me pay my editor, who I'm paying a lot more than $5 a month. You get an exclusive video from West Coast Avengers. You get an exclusive video from Direct Edition, and then I have you vote for a flip through. So you get 3 videos, plus every 2 months I do a exclusive drop of stuff like this. The first, it still cracks me up that Moore is promoting Lost Girls in that episode. I don't think I ever saw that episode. I'll say this, the first sale of Japan stuff is going to be at the Patreon exclusive sale, which will take place probably 2 days before the regular live sale. So you're going to have a chance to buy some of this stuff before anybody else does, if you join the Patreon. I still have a lot more to show off. So why don't we take a break from books real quick, and I'll show you the video games I picked up. Now, I did pick up a Grail cartridge that I was looking for, and you'll see that soon. So here's Street Fighter 2. This is a Super Famicom. This one does have the instruction booklet, as well as Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Both of them have the instruction booklet. Batman Returns also has the instruction booklet. Look at that. Look at that box art. And then Mortal Kombat. This one does not have the instruction booklet. It's a pretty tough game to find as it is. You can see there's some discoloring on the box, but man, if I told you I saw some of these go for like 3 times what I paid. So who knew that there was a Gremlins 2 Super Famicom cartridge? But I found it. But the one that I never thought I'd find, now granted, didn't get the box and the instruction booklet. But I'm really happy that I got it. Akira. Good luck finding one of these. Spent 2 trips trying to find this. I finally found one. I'll put these here. All right, let's see what's in this pile. Oh, give me 1 sec. I just have to check something, friends. I'm waiting for something from somebody. And right now, no. Cool. There may not be a video tomorrow, friends. So if there isn't, this will suffice. You can watch this again. Dustin Wynn, who was next to Jim for Tokyo Comic Con, he gave this to me. This was really nice. His Optimus Prime. This was a variant cover for one of the Transformers issues from DWJ's run. X-Men of the Apocalypse #1. That's an exclusive cover from, yes, Peach. Signed by Peach. Also an Humberto Ramos signed postcard from his Venom cover, which the cover was there in person, and it's fucking amazing. This is a team up that Guri-Hiri... Nope, this is not Guri-Hiro. This is... I forget her name. We're going to look. She's a friend of Peach and an artist, and they did this exclusive Ultimate X-Men 21 cover. Let me see if the name's here. Kei Tanaka. Kei Tanaka and Peach did this cover together, and they were both there selling and signing and selling the book. Obviously, Peach was there. And then I got another copy of the X-Men of the Apocalypse. Oh, wait, another copy of the X-Men of the Apocalypse. And, you know, the good thing is, Yo and Peach know what I do. So they're not, like, I'm not doing something bad when I'm selling those. They already know. And then Peach, I brought a stack of books for Peach to sign from here. No doubles or anything. You know, I was really respectful about that, but I got the books that I either love or that I own the covers of. I own the cover for this. I absolutely love this Magic Virgin variant. There's the Silk. I got one of those signed last year, except the one I got signed last year was a 1 in 250. I own this cover, so I got that signed. Blade 6, Bug Wars #1, Silver Surfer Rebirth #1, Amazing Spider-Man Gwen variant cover. Here's a couple more of those King Terry Garo magazines. And there's the 2 different stickers. It's over here for now. Godzilla Times is just, I think I got this at one of the Godzilla stores. It's just highlighting some merch and stuff like that. Some flyers from the Angel's Egg Yoshitaka Mano exhibit. Oh, so this is from, I guess, a French magazine did a whole bunch of these. Akira Otomo, like, insert magazines. First of all, I did not realize how many they were. I did not realize how hard they are to get. And I saw one of them at a different store for about 3 times the price that I paid for this. So I was like, damn, I should have bought all of them. Just got this sick fold out. Man, it's really tough not buying every Otomo thing that I find. But you got to pick your spots, right? This was in a beautiful bookstore in Shibuya, a little bit off the beaten path in a very kind of quiet area called Totodo. Totodo. Yoshitaka Mano, Angel's Egg. That's weird. It's a letter set, but these cards will not fit in that envelope. Doesn't make any sense. A couple more of those flyers. A couple of pamphlets from the All of Evangelion exhibit. I'm going to be giving this away. This is Guri Hiru's Double Trouble, Spider-Man and Venom. I wasn't able to get it signed, so I'm just going to give it away on the channel. And then I only brought home one, so I figured I'd bring home the Complete Works Akira one. All right, there's going to be more stuff. But wait, there's more. It's not sold in any store. Hey, Dave. Thanks, Dave. All right, why don't we do this? We'll do one more pile of books, then we're going to do the movie pamphlets. Oh boy, yeah, I bought a lot of them. Okay, we'll do this one. Now how much would you pay? Chem knows. All right, couple issues of Garo. Garo 23 from 1966 and 35 from 1967. Both have Kamui Den in them, among other things. This is like, if you don't know Garo, Garo is like the indie alternative comics magazine that started in 63 maybe, and ran and still running, I guess. Was it Kamui Den is Sanpei Shirato? I think there's also no, not this one. Is this one that I thought there was Tezuka in it? Maybe not. Anyway, look at that cover. And then here's another one with Kamui Den. Oh, you know what? No, this one has some, also, the other thing I thought is some Mizuki Shigeru. Yeah, it is Sanpei Shirato. Okay, that's what I thought. And is it Koike as well? But yeah, this is Shigeru, who is the father of the yokai. And then some other alternative stuff. So yeah, just grab 2 issues of Garo. I mean, they're all over the place. It's just you got to pick the ones you want. So I picked some really cool cover ones because I knew they would have Kamui in them. Okay, so this we're going to save till last on this pile. Okay, yeah, then it was just Shirato. Here's some more, Hideshi horror stuff. You can't go wrong with it. It's gory, it's weird. The art's fantastic. Nothing like it. I mean, come on. Never miss a chance to pick up some Barry Windsor Smith. Cool says Sanpei both wrote and okay. So it was just Sanpei Shirato. Never miss a chance to pick up Barry Windsor Smith in Japanese, and that is Weapon X. Printed with this better quality than Marvel Comics Presents was printed. And in Japanese. Come on. Fucking Barry Windsor Smith. So last year I got Demon Days trade, Peach, and this year I picked up Demon Wars. Now I have a signed set, one of each. Looks better than the US printing. I love this book. I mean, I really have grown to love her stuff so much. These were exclusives for Tokyo Comic Con. She just did the cover for this Batman, I guess it's Batgirl, Batman Batgirl. But they only did, they're hand numbered. I forget what amount they did. I think it's less than 1,000. Anyway, I grabbed 2 of those. They're both signed by Peach. She does not do the interiors. I guess this is the Batgirl from Batman Adventures. Anyway, got 2 of those, so you'll be able to buy one. So this, well, first of all, this is the one I've been looking for a long time. But I had never seen this before. I never saw this in my online searches. I never saw this when I went to, it's Ty Templeton on the inside. That makes sense. Shoga Kuken did Star Wars, and I didn't know what I was in for. This was sealed when I got it. And I was like, is this going to be the, you know, like newspaper strips, or is this going to be the Marvel 1977? And sure enough, that's what it is. It's the 77 Marvel. Printed in Japanese and kind of remastered color, I guess. Looks pretty good. Maybe this is based off the Dark Horse. Maybe you already answered this, but how many pounds of books did I bring back? Dave, about 215 or so. 215 pounds. Give or take. Probably more if we're talking about the stuff that I shipped home also. Maybe 250. So anyway, yeah, I think this is incredibly hard to find. I've never seen it before. Wasn't able to find any other issues, but that's Marvel reprinting. I was going to say it might be from the Dark Horse. That's what I think it is, Cheesier. I've known about this for about 1.5 years. They did 2 printings. They did 2 trades of Secret Wars. One is, I guess, issues 1 through 6, and then 2 is 6 through 12. This is 2, but look at what's on the cover. I didn't look at the interior cover. Oh, that's right. The interior cover is just this image of, get out of here, of one of the splash pages, opening splash pages. So anyway, this is Secret Wars. So you're getting the origin of the black suit in here in Japanese. This thing's so hard to find. I mean, I think I saw another copy without the OB for over 10,000 yen. So here's a great Go Nagai, Devilman, and more book. It's a little beat up, but it's hardcover. It's got this great poster. I never looked at Devilman when I was younger, but the more I look at Go Nagai's non-Devilman stuff, the more I appreciate it even that much more. But, you know, this stuff's fantastic looking. So this is an art book, I guess, of his stuff. He's somebody that I'd love to explore even further. And then, you know, if it would be possible to get an original piece of art from him, I would love to, but I doubt. I think I saw some autographs of his, and that shit's expensive enough. Well, well. Well, well, indeed. All right, you guys have heard of this before. This is the American Playboy in Japanese, but there's also Japanese Playboy. I can't really go through too much of this. I just don't want to get dinged. The art is one thing, but showing photos, I think that could trigger something in the algorithm to get this fucking banned. But there's some cool art in here. Obviously, there's some Marilyn Monroe nudies in here and a poster. And then there's like this cool See, I think this is a Japanese exclusive. Is this, whoa, hello. Is this Marilyn Monroe like biography book thing? Let me see if there's anything else in here I can show. No, not really. Anyway, you guys know what that looks like. This I thought was really cool. I didn't know this existed. A Shonen Jump special edition all about the Star Wars. The Star Wars. 1983. So this comes out when Jedi comes out. Dude, this is worth the price of admission right here. They wanna wanga. I didn't know that, Dan. That's a shame. And then so obviously you've heard of this Return of the Jedi thing. You've heard of this Star Wars thing. Why does Carrie Fisher look like there is definitely a breast exposed in there somewhere? I think it's just a bad photo. I don't know what's happening there. Star Wars Holiday Special, everybody's favorite Star Wars thing. He's no good to me dead. I missed the notification that you went live. Hello. Hello. Hi. Bonjour. Yeah, Mark, I don't know. I think I don't let me go on a rant here, but I think we are living in a post notification era of social media. We are no longer in control of even being able to show people when we're going live, talk about it on other platforms. I could have done this next Wednesday, but it's Christmas, so I figured Saturday would be a good time to do it. But I will say this: I probably am going to go live Christmas next on Christmas Eve, just doing like a chat and chill. So I will stay true to going live on Wednesdays. I'll probably even do a live thing New Year's Eve. I don't give a shit about New Year's Eve. I'm 46. I haven't cared about New Year's Eve since I was 30. Anyway, all about the Star Wars. But what I wanted to give some space to is this. Now, when I bought this, it was sealed, but I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this has to be a pop-up book. There's not that many pages in here, and it's got a thick the only way I'm not going to go live on Wednesday is if I go to the movies all day. It's got this thick stock cover. And sure enough, this is a Godzilla pop-up book. This one's a little, this probably could use a piece of tape, this one, but I'm not going to mess with it. Come on, this is like the coolest thing. So yeah, just a really cool 1993 Godzilla pop-up book. 32 years old. All right. We are not done. We're an hour and 40 minutes in. I knew this was going to be like a close to a 3-hour stream. I just knew it. All right. Buckle your butts up. I thought I bought a few movie programs. Yeah, I think I bought a little more than a few. Oh my God. First off, come on. I think this is more of a press kit than a movie program, but this is, I never ended up seeing this X-Files movie. But check out the press kit for it. It's a fucking folder. Anyway, most of this stuff's in Japanese, the files, but it's still pretty cool. Butt buckled. Anyway, I'm not going to go through that whole thing. I'm just going to show that off. Some of these I bought last year and they sold well, so I got some of the same ones twice. Yeah, I know, man. There's a couple books in here, but most of these are movie programs. Face Off. But it came, the cool thing is when you open these up and the people that originally saved these had the bonus stuff in there. I didn't find it, I found, well, yeah, a couple with movie tickets, but these got the original flyers in them. With the announcement of the new Mummy movie, I couldn't resist in getting an original Mummy movie. I love this movie and the second one. Here come the men in black. The galaxy of Pandas. Come on, it's a classic. First movie's a classic. Third one was really good. Second one was whatever. Sugar. Water. Oh, I didn't even realize that this had the flyer in it too. All right, Danny, have a great night. There's one. I bought 2 of these, so I'll flip open the other one. Last Crusade. My boy. I don't know, that wasn't. Rich Money Penny. Wrong movie. I hate Nazis. I bought 2 of these. I'll flip through one. I told you I got a lot of Gremlins 2 stuff. Star Trek, the original motion picture. It's got a really cool like blueprint of, and a cross section, I think, blueprint of the Enterprise. X-Men 2. Come on, it was the best. I guess it's still the best X-Men movie. You the dog. I always want to read the original Men in Black comics. I think there's some rights issues. Yeah, it was never reprinted. It's tough to find. Actually, there's a photo of the first cover, the Aircell cover, in the program. Jaws 3D, but I mean, it's the worst Jaws movie, and I don't care what anybody says, because Jaws the Revenge might be worse, but it's better. But what's cool about this, where is it? The original fucking 3D glasses were in the program. Come on, how cool is this? It's missing one lens. But still, how cool is that? Jaws 2 program, I sold a couple of those last year. This is the Japanese poster, and I think it was the coolest thing, and I'm ashamed of the US for not using that. Classic Full Metal Jacket original program. Oh, there's the other Batman one. I mean, like, this one's cool. There's no art in it, but I mean, you know, this town needs an enema. Never rub another man's rhubarb. Yeah, I just went. I mean, I think the movie programs are a fun thing. I mean, we're all movie fans here, right? The US never did anything like this. We never got real movie programs, at least not in the way that Japan does it. And I think it's just a fun little thing to own. Commando. Total Recall. I got some ones that I never thought I'd see. Vampire Hunter D with that Yoshitaka Amano art. Let off some steam, Bennett. Princess Mononoke. This, I didn't know which Avengers movie it was. So I knew I couldn't go wrong, and it ended up being Age of Ultron. It's got this cool flyer in it, which I love. Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron has aged so well. I lied. Oh, Matrix, no. And it's oversized. This is way bigger than the others. There's the second Akira, so I ended up scoring 2 of these. One for me and one for Sal. Tough to find, but I found 2. Couldn't find any for the first trip, couldn't find any in the first 2 weeks of the second trip, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open. Come on, how could I resist? And I was curious. I'm like, you know, this movie is basically, we're watching it for tits, right? And I was like, I wonder if there's any nudity in the actual program. And then there is. You know, it's not like super upfront, but it's there. Oh, it's there. Elizabeth Shue. Come on, we all had crushes on her. Most of the Marvel movies were awesome up until, including Endgame. It fell off hard. I don't think it fell off hard. I think people fell off hard. Multiverse of Madness is top 5. Sam Raimi does no wrong. Commando, now Predator. You one ugly motherfucker. We all know. We all know. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Freddy's Revenge. He's pissed. And he's going to kill you in your dreams. This is pretty cool. See Todd by Todd, the official fact file of Spawn plus an OG Spawn movie flyer. The gachapon. Check out the size of this thing. That's what she said, maybe. It's got a little bit of everything. It's so big. That's also what she said. Get the gachapon. Do it. Kill me. I'm right here. I don't know. I think I have one of these already, so I think I'm going to sell the fact file. I might include the flyer in it too. Yeah, this thing's so big. Spidey 1 and Spidey 2. They did replace the trade towers. Not... Oh, wait. It was the first poster that had the trade towers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that an image from The Amazing Spider-Man? Like the whatchamacallit? The Andrew Garfield one? Anyway. This has a bunch of cool stuff in here. Someone Panic at the Disco, Spidey. I wish I couldn't find... That stuff's becoming harder and harder to find. And then there's the first one. I'm somewhat of a Spider-Man myself, Peter. Batman Returns. Obviously. Just a batshit fucking crazy movie, pun intended. Like, this thing is so unhinged. Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla. I think this is still on HBO. I should give it a watch. If I've seen it, I haven't seen it since I was like 10. Bully Maguire. The most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Secret of the Ooze, which is fantastic. This is a cool program. It's definitely a better quality than the older programs. So it'd be cool to get signed by pretty much anybody involved in the movie. And then I guess this is the people that did the dubbed voices. I don't know. I'm assuming. Yeah. Get away from her, you bitch. We got an Aliens program. Just cool stuff. Love looking at these programs. I ended up snagging 2 of these. The original Sin City program. It's a thick boy with a glossy cover. Another thing that would be great to get signed. Granted, you know, we've lost a couple people in the cast. Well, just Brittany Murphy, and then Bruce Willis says, forget what the name of it is, where he can't talk anymore, which is so sad. Oh, we lost Michael Madsen also. Yes, this is the best comic book movie, or at least from page to screen. Plus, they casted this thing so brilliantly. Absolutely, like everybody was perfectly cast. Terminator, I'll be back. I'm back. Terminator 2, Arnold. Give me more Arnold. I'll give over. Give me your boat. Give me your keys, your clothes, your motorcycle, your hot dog. Give me everything. Do it. Hasta la vista, baby. Eat shit, dickwad. Oh, anyway. He has dementia, but there's something... It's something else. Is it aphasia? It's something else. He no longer can communicate. Like, he can't verbally speak. He can recognize and show emotion, but like, he can no longer speak. Give me a maid. Last Action Hero, another classic. Great soundtrack, too. Escape from Alcatraz. No problemo. Jackie Chan, Drunken Master 2. I did go a little crazy with the movie programs, but they're fun. The Goonies, which I did not realize until I was looking at this that Noriyoshi Arai did the poster for the Goonies. Wait, what? Gremlins, The Omen, Raiders of the Lost. Oh, that's cool. They made. Huh. No problemo. I'm a sucker for this movie. Slapshot, the original movie program. Paul Newman, the Hanson brothers. Yeah, he was. Couple more of these. One for myself and one will be for sale. Godzilla -1. Godzilla, 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 go do do do, Godzilla, Godzilla. Anyway, the greatest Jaws sequel, possibly. Jaws: The Revenge movie program. I didn't, Andy. I looked. I could not find another one. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie program, and then there's a couple magazines in this stack I forgot. I guess this is the 25th anniversary of Godzilla with these really cool like inserts. I guess these were packaging for stuff, and then photos behind the scenes, the comic, the famous monsters of filmland. Like this is an original, like here's everything we have of Godzilla magazine. Demon Shark, that's right, Jaws, Demon Shark. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think it's the best comic book movie, but I know some people do absolutely think so, and I do not take anything away from you. And then we've got what, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. I love the way Sean says it. Ghidorah. Anyway, this is a behind the scenes of the entire movie with storyboards, photos, scripts, production art, more and more, and an envelope. There's nothing in it. Cinema, the Toho 60th Anniversary Festival. Telephone card, that's what was in it. But it's not this. I don't think it's this. It's the next magazine is going to be real. Oh, no. Yeah, look. There's a movie ticket in here. The Shredder mask was sick for sure. Articles about it. I guess these stamps were from maybe the premiere of it. So they're like, I don't know. I forget where we were, but I was looking through some of these Godzilla magazines and finding cool stuff in them. This one, I think this one is the best. Godzilla versus Destroya. First page, the person put the movie ticket in there. And it's the same idea. Behind the scenes stuff, but the photos from the movie, script notes, etc., character designs. It's a sister, magazine to the one I just showed you. But you get to the end, you get the file, the clear file in here, a phone card, more articles. Like, yeah, the phone card, the ticket, the clear file, all in the magazine, Godzilla vs. Destroya. I showed this off on the sales stream. This is a cool science fiction Media Cross Variety magazine with that Conan cover. And then inside, let's see, I think it's over here. There's an Otomo article. Look at that young photo of Otomo. Young Otomo with some character designs from, I think that's Armageddon. And there's just some other stuff in this mag, some manga and random things. But anyway, there's that. And then this is the rest of the movie programs. We got Steamboy, Arnold, Conan, Katsuhiro Otomo Steamboy movie program. Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. See, there he is. Ghidorah. Heavy metal. Y'all know that. Y'all ready for this? Godzilla 2. Gremlins 2. So I have 2 of these programs. It's worth it just for that. Y'all know what this is. And y'all know what that is under it. I was really shocked to find this. And even more shocked to find the thing. Especially because it doesn't even have the... Oh, there it is. So yeah, that was the movie programs. Let's get back to the manga. Oh. Or as Comic Tim says, whoa, mangas, man. Whoa. Where is Tim? It sounded like he was in the room. All right. Let's do this side first. Kensuke Kage, when we met him, I bought 2 different manga from him. He signed it on the cover here. And then he realized that's not going to work. So he signed it and stamped it on the first page. I can't show much of this. This is real. She's getting hit in the head with a dick? I don't know. Anyway, some Kensuke Kage and then another Kensuke Kage. This time he did not try and sign on the cover. He signed on... Where did he sign? He signed right there with the stamp. So yeah, Kage was great. Here's something I wasn't even looking for. I was in one of the Mandarakes. I think it was in the one in Umeda or Kyoto. No, it was Umeda. No, it was, yeah, it was Umeda. And I was looking at their, like, they have like an entire section that is like 100 yen or 150 yen, like single volumes that are a little beat up. And I just saw the spine. I was like, well, is this a golf manga? And sure enough, it's about a cyborg that's a golfer. And I was like, I told Daniel Warren Johnson I would look for some golf stuff for him. And I think he's going to love this. Because it's like a Terminator golf guy. He also plays baseball. I don't know. It's all about the spines, right? When you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know what you're looking at, you just look at the spine. So yeah, I thought that would be cool. And, I'm a shark fan, a fan of sharks. And I saw this, I was like, oh, that's cool. And I just did a Google image and realized it was Takao Saito. And it's a little beat up. It's very old, but it's like Shark Hunter, I think, or something like swimming with sharks. But Saito, Golago 13, one of the legendary creators out there. Look at that splash page. Terminator Sports Bond. Yeah, it's a little beat up, but still cool. I think Sean was the one who told me to buy this. I think he pointed this out, Singing Comics Young Magazine. It's a compilation of stuff from Young Magazine. I think he said it's like everything's based on songs. But there's a bunch of creators in here, but namely there is an Otomo story in here, which I should have bookmarked it because this thing's huge. I probably could figure it out real quick. Look at this boxing mode. Cool stuff. Was it that first story that I opened to? Oh yeah. Some Shintaro Kago. Oh no, I think this is him right here. No, that's not. It doesn't look like his work. Anyway. It's in here somewhere. Is it the first story? you know. Oh, yeah. This is it. Yeah. Anywho, singing comics. Sometimes you got to buy a brick just because it's a brick. Agree. Got some Kago stuff. One of the last days I was there. Y'all know Shintaro Kago. I did a video about him. He was in the video, sketching, drawing for me, right before I went to Japan. Only 500 people watched it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, that's a self-portrait of him. That is him drawing himself. Ooh, some blood and guts. There's always some weird stuff. There's always going to be some disturbing imagery in his books. That's what you can be guaranteed. Anyway, and then there's this one. This is volume 1, Paranoia Street. I used to live there, but not no more. Anyway, I got a couple of the Masamune Shiro Pieces books. The Obis are in there. Oh, what's this? It's just another advertisement. Some of his sexy stuff. So it's volume 1 and then volume 2. Anamorphous. This one is called, the other one I was showing off. Can't open number 2 on YouTube. Actually, I think this one's kind of tame. No, we'll just skip. Oh, okay. So anyway, that's Masamune Shiro. I think I'll have it on video. But when I went to the Kyoto Mandarake, which the Kyoto one's smallish for books. It really only has like a couple sections of books. And you did warn me. And the first book I spotted, Kaze Shinobu's Ryu, the Strongest Man on the Planet. It was a beacon. I spotted it right away just from the spine. And I mean, this book's legendary. Ed Pisker, our fearless Manga Quest grandpappy, showed this off on the channel and made this book blow up for good reason, because it's just like one of the coolest looking books of all time, and it ends with one of the coolest, ways to end. But I didn't even realize, I forgot that Bruce Lee is depicted in the book here. Yeah, this book's insane. I already have a copy, obviously. I think I have a couple of different copies, but I'm always going to pick it up when I see it. And then there's this Characters Art Collection 3 Godzilla Generation. This thing's got a very tight spine, so I'm not going to fuck with it, but there's a ton of Noriyoshi Arai art in here. It might be, I don't think it's all his art, but there's so much amazing art in here of this cool Godzilla book. I kind of want to track down the other ones to see what's in them. It's Loose Brie. Please don't. Loose Brie? Loose. What's, I think that's a reference that I'm missing. Oh, Loose Brie instead of Bruce Lee. So anyway, this thing's awesome with the slipcase and everything. Yeah, I got it. It took me a second. Remember, I'm on low power mode with this brain. 17 hours is a really weird time difference to get through. Like when you come back. It doesn't make sense. All right, we got some more stuff. Don't go anywhere. Whew. I really do legitimately think that this stream will be almost exactly 3 hours. All right, 1, 2. Let's go through. Oh, I'll just show you guys real quick Some of the DVDs I picked up, I try not to do too much DVD shopping, but yes, even the slipcase does. I picked up the Akira Blu-ray. I think this is the most recent release in Japan, but it has this. I just picked it up because there was a little book in here. I mean, it's mostly text, but got to have them all, right? Like Akira collectors, you can't not buy the Akira stuff, right? I saw this, it was super cheap. I don't know, I'm assuming it's in English, it's a American English language movie. Suspiria, this is the remake, which I think is a fantastic movie. But it's not going to be dubbed. So I was like, yeah, might as well pick it up. But I don't know if this is 4K or not. And I don't have a 4K TV right now, which I'm going to get one. I'm slow, all right? Okay, there's a reason why I bought this. I used to have this DVD. This is the first Blur documentary. It's fantastic. Someone stole it from me years and years ago. I've never been able to track another one down without like trying to find one on the internet. So I picked it up. It's got the Obi too. It's a great documentary plus a live show plus all this stuff in there. Japanese DVDs. I don't know if this one's region locked. I didn't think about it. Blu-rays are not. I know Blu-rays are not region locked, and I do not think this DVD is. But if this is, that sucks. I guess I'll find out. But Blu-ray for the PS5, typically not region locked. You may not have English, but you can still watch. Hold on. Let me just put this back where it's supposed to be. I think it was just sitting. And then this was an advice of Sean to buy this, to look for this. This is the Akira Special Edition DVD set. Now, what's really cool about this is that this is the only way to get this specific storyboard book. This book does not exist in any other form in this one book. So that's why I bought it. And it comes with the production notes, which I can't read, but it still has some of the stuff. This stuff is collected in the Otomo works, but I think it's across like 3 books. So anywho, I bought that for this reason. I already own Akira on Blu-ray, the US Blu-ray edition. I ended up finding a second one of these, and Sean sold his personal copy, so I gave the second copy to Sean for his birthday. All right, what do we got here? We've got, this is the I found this manga. I forget who it's by, but this is a golf manga. I picked this up for Dan. I think I pulled it out and Sean's like, yeah, this is a good one. I forget who did this. Look at the size of this thing. It's a testament to how amazing Japan is with their comics that there is a golf manga that is this thick. Golf manga is a popular thing. Anyway, let's take a look. These are the 2 catalogs from the Yasuhiko Yoshikazu exhibition, otherwise known as Yaz, who did... What's up, Connor? You missed the first 2 hours and 15 minutes of this, so you're going to have to watch it over. This is the first, the exhibition for one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, Dirty Pair creator, Venus Wars, a Mobile Suit Gundam main, whatchamacallit, he's the main animation director. I can't believe it. So there was this program. This is the official pamphlet, which kind of summarizes all the stuff that was there. The paintings in person were just so fantastic. The original manga, the ganga, the art. I could not get enough of this exhibition. Me, Jim, and Dave Crossland went, and this is the full catalog of everything that was there. And, you'll recognize his art from the Mobile Suit Gundam posters, from, like I said, Dirty Pair. There's much more that I'm missing talking about. But these things are just gorgeous. I think, oh no, this is Dirty Pair. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's I had to buy a postcard of that. And, Dirty Pair is, and then it was Americanized by Adam Warren. And you could see, like, Warren looked at this and was inspired by it, but, had his own kind of more anime art style. But, like, this original painting was there in person. It was huge. This one was there. I mean, I guess all this stuff was there. Just some stuff sticks out. They didn't want you taking photos or video in there. I took a couple photos and then I realized that I was not supposed to be taking photos, so I didn't want to get into trouble. That's the last thing I want to do, is be disrespectful to anybody or anything in Japan. All right, what else? I'll do this pile next. I don't know what's in this pile. We're getting there. Yes, those Gundam paintings were absolutely gorgeous in person. The OG 80s Dirty Pair anime is one of my... I've never seen it, and now I must. All right, not easy to find this with the Obi. The Miller Todd Spawn Batman in Japanese. And I guess there's... What else is in here? Is this like a manga that... Oh, it's the Spawn the movie adaptation. Okay. This is a 3-issue set. I only got 1 issue of Superman. This came out around the time the first movie came out, and it's reprinting some of his famous stories in glorious Japanese manga black and white. There is, yeah, Shadows of Spawn. They just did, like 4 months ago, Connor, they did the first ever English printing of the whole thing in one thick-ass tankobon. It's actually a lot of fun. I read it, and I loved it. The 3rd original issue in Japanese is impossible to find. I found these, which I thought was pretty funny. These are the American trades, which are also really hard to find. So this is the Epic Color Trades of Akira. This is volume 3. And then I think this is volume 1. Book 9, I wasn't even close. Some of the English stuff made its way over. And then another one, I found a couple of these, German trade paperbacks. Yeah, Bill, I kind of now want to find them, but it's probably going to be a really tough thing to find all of them. More Das Akira, exactly. So here's Das Akira. Their killer satellite. So, for those who collect foreign stuff, those will be available. Got another Spawn Dengeki, that's issue 5 with the Obi. Turtles in Japanese, colorized Turtles. I do not think that the original Turtles was ever produced, the black and white Turtles. I could be wrong, but I don't think they ever put that out in Japanese. They did a printing of the Japanese books in color eventually, I thought. All right, so this, I don't know, Connor. So I think this is one of the television magazines. Obviously, you see Spidey on it. That coloring is cool. Is it the IDW stuff? Probably. It doesn't say because it's not American. So it's a different publisher. Spider-Man. So this is one of the, I think, the TV magazines. Check that image out. So I bought one of these, and then Jim, who'd won, got 2 of the other ones. But what's really cool, it's not just like the live action TV stuff, right? I mean, that would be cool enough as it is. But let's find it real quick. It's in here somewhere. So I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Ikegami stuff? Because it, like, I can't really tell. But this thing is dope. Japanese Spider-Man manga right here in its original printed form. I guess this is Ryoichi Ikegami stuff. I don't know. But it's really cool. And then there's some other, different manga in here. I guess that's Manzinger Z or Manzinger, whatever. That's not Ikegami. Yeah, it didn't look like it. And then check this out. Make your own Spider-Man mask. Make your own Spider-Man wristband. The thing. Like, there's still a lot of Spider-Man stuff in here. And there he is again. I'm probably going to keep this. Most likely will. You just don't see the weeklies or the monthlies that often with the Spider-Man stuff. Katsuhiro Otomo anthology. Some color, but mostly black and white. It's Western. Night Flames. It's a gatefold cover. Is the same guy who did the Spider-Man manga and the Popcorn Mag? I don't know, Connor. I don't know. But I do know that I did get another copy of Infinity Gauntlet. Jim Starlin, George Perez, Ron Lim. The greatest big event in Marvel. My favorite in glorious Japanese. All right, I found a couple of these, which I had never seen on my first trip, which is the OG Star Wars manga. Look at that fucking image. Look at Vader. Got a fold-out poster, two of them. I want this poster. Illustration by Yuji Kaeda. And then Kia Sai. Oh, so Kia is doing that new Silent Mobius Marvel crossover. I mean, this thing, I think, is this what Dark Horse, is it Dark Horse just did the Kickstarter for, or is this something completely different? This looks so fucking cool. I mean, this is badass. Absolutely. Look at Vader. Ah. Ah. And look, Grievous. So there's that issue, and then there's this issue, which is a little more Revenge of the Sith. That is, yes, that is a very badass Vader. Let's see who did this. This is Kia again with this poster, and then Takahashi. Tsutomu Takahashi. Tarkin. What a bastard. Oh, look at this. So cool. Okay, that makes sense, because Kirby would have been reprinted in Popcorn because he has covers and interiors. Oh, Misa in there! Misa right there! Now I need to find who did this and get them to do or sell the original art for it. Good luck, right? So yeah, oh, look at that. So yeah, this is more Star Wars manga. And I do not know if this is what's being, that just got kickstarted or... this is actually Japanese Playboy. Why I picked this up, I'm not going to flip through it. I don't want to take a chance, but I picked this up because there is an interview with Stan Lee in here. And I think this is right before they started printing Spider-Man in Playboy. And then I'm not going to flip through this. It's still got the seal band on it, but I always pick up at least one copy of Akira Club to bring back to sell when I go over to Japan. Now, I've been there twice and I brought back, I think, 4 copies. All right, we're not done. We still have more. Bear with me while I grab some stuff. I'll show off. These will all be for sale. Well, 2 of them will be for sale. I grabbed a couple of tote bags. They just reissued the Akira remix soundtrack on vinyl. So I got one in that Akira red. This giant ass tote bag. This one's from one of the coffee places I really liked called Long Weekend. And then I got a bag from the Evangelion exhibit. We'll get back to the books in just a second. Why don't I go through a couple of shirts that I bought? These will be for sale also. There was a Junji Ito pop-up. This is a long sleeve Uzumaki shirt. And then I got this really dope Godzilla shirt. You can kind of see the image there. Front and back. It was Russ Andrew. And then I'm going to keep, did I keep one of these for myself? Yeah. No, this one's, I think, mine. This is the other Uzumaki. Maybe I'll sell this one and keep this one. And then, since we're doing shirts and merch, I'm going to show you some really cool stuff I got at the Marvel store. But first, this will also be for sale. This King Ghidorah shirt. And I'll probably keep this Godzilla -1 shirt for myself. All right, so I went to the Little Planet or Small Planet Marvel store, and this one was the one in, I think, Osaka. Oh, look who decided to show up. Hi, Tyler. Long time no see. So I bought a bunch of stuff. Some of it will be for sale. Some of it will be for keeping. I did buy 2 of these badass Dr. Doom tote bags. I mean, come on. Why can't this country, why can't Marvel produce cool shit like this? Dr. Doom's armor, Infinity Gauntlet postcard. And then I got a bunch of blind bag stuff. And then some stickers. Venom, Spidey, more Spidey. These, oh, I got these blind bags because I really, it's Fantastic Four magnets. I really think these are cool. And then that's for somebody else. These pin badges that are OG Avengers, misery. OG Avengers ID badges. And then this one is like these cool 3D plastic. They're like the backs of the 90 Marvel Universe cards. And these are keychains. I don't know why. Oh, I thought they were really cool. I think these are keychains. Let's take a look. I'm going to open one right now. These are either keychains or ornaments. I don't know. But they got a really cool vintage look to them. And so I thought people would dig these if I sold them for whatever, like $5-10 a piece. Yeah, they're keychains. Oh yeah, come on. Tell me that's not a cool looking, like, retro Hulk keychain. Anyway, so that was a little haul from the Marvel store. Let's see what's in this pile. This is like assorted merch and stuff. Oh, I bought 2 of these, one for myself. It's like a cool cloth piece of art of Godzilla. It's probably about 3 feet by 12 inches. So I bought one for myself. Oh, I got these for spending a shit ton of money at the Junji Ito pop-up. These like little kind of clear cards. I want one, and then the rest will probably be for sale or packaged with other things. That's the one I want, the shark one. So I got 2 of them. And then from the Junji Ito pop-up, I got these acrylic stands. I bought any of the shark imagery stuff that they did. I bought 2 of these. And then these cool little cloth hanging things. Bought 2 of these. So you can see that's the image there. Those are some of the flyers from the pop-up. And there was a Jaws merch thing at this lobster roll place at Luke's Lobster. So I grabbed this handkerchief, this Jaws 50th anniversary handkerchief. All right, back to the books. All right, I'll go through these after. Got a copy of the Angela side story, which I guess is the Capullo miniseries. And it's got the McFarlane cover. Richard, it's been going on for 2 hours and 31 minutes. So you can rewatch it when it's over if you like. Will signed this for me at Comic-Con. Spawn issue number 189. I got to put that away. That's the third and final thing I got signed by Frank Miller. Dark Knight 2. Check this out. Early, maybe the 3rd or 4th Peach Momoko published art is in this Heavy Metal 299. I had her sign it. I am back. And then I'll show you what her early story looked like. It's gorgeous. Like, I'd love to buy some of this original art. Yeah, that Angela's probably like from 95 or 96. I think they were like 2 years behind printing on Spawn in Japan. So anyway, early Peach signed right on the front cover there. I should have picked up more of these, but I didn't because I kind of forgot. But Casa Brutus did this 40th anniversary of Mario tribute magazine. And like half of the issues dedicated to Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers. And Nintendo in general. Must have for any Nintendo fan. So I don't think I filmed any footage, but I was in Kichijoji because it's a really nice, quaint part of Tokyo. I found this cool independent bookstore that was selling a lot of, it's not doujinshi, it's just self-published books. Mario, and Luigi, that's right, they're brothers. And I was just like, I really feel like buying some independent stuff from an independent bookstore of stuff that I just think looks cool. So this is Hinako Goto illustration 2024 and 2025. And I just thought this was like beautiful stuff. It's not manga, but it definitely feels like something that maybe was inspired by watching a lot of, Ghibli films. This art style feels very ethereal. So I scooped that, and then I found this Toshoneko, which Neko is cat, right? That's cat in Japanese. So I just thought that this was cool. Each thing that they were selling had a display copy that you could look through. This looks so cool. So anyway, that was just something that I like supporting bookstores, but I also like buying stuff based on nothing, just it looks cool and I know it's self-published by somebody. Oh, You guys saw behind the curtain. Okay, we're getting towards the end. But I still have 1, 2, 3 piles. One is a very big pile, so maybe we'll save that for the last. Ugh. All right, I picked up a set of these last year from the artist. Wait, did I show this off? No, I didn't show this off. Naoto Tsushima, and it's just his kind of art of Transformers books, and each one that he signs them all. He throws a little sketch in there. Decepticons. He's a great artist, and I don't know why he's not being hired by somebody to do official Transformers stuff that I know of. I don't think any of this stuff is official. I think this is doujinshi, you know? Dustin, I tried to buy this from Dustin. It's his new sketchbook, Dustin Wynn. He wouldn't sell it to me. He just gave it to me. And we all know Dustin's artwork. I mean, he is a master. His book, Ascender and Descender with Jeff Lemire is great. I have to finish it. I never finished it, but I really enjoyed it. I think I read the first 6 issues. But yeah, this is his new sketchbook. Big shout out to you, Dustin. Kento and Godtail did a team up sketchbook. So it's some of the Godtail stuff from the other book, and then Kento is different, but similar. And then you saw in the Tokyo Comic Con video, I said hello to Takumi. Takumi is somebody I got a commission from last year. He did a Venom for me, and these are his books. He does the India ink. Just this style is kind of unparalleled. He's in a world of his own. Dave, what's up? Oh, thanks, Dave. Everybody give a big shout out to Dave Crossland, my Manga Quest buddy. The other Dave, there's 2 of them. Look at these Usagi pieces, are great. He was at Heroes this year. I didn't know until after when I bumped into him. I think I bumped into him Sunday night or Saturday night. And then here's his other commission book. I didn't flip through the whole thing yet. I wonder if the Venom commission's in here. I don't know if he took a picture of it, though. I mean, maybe he did. Everybody give a follow to Dave Crossland. I'll give you his address. I mean, on the internet. Anyway, that was Takumi. It's a Dave-a-Palooza. All right, we are... Let's see, what's here? I was able to find a copy of X-Men 1, the manga. Miyaka Kojima. She's super nice too. Sean knows her. Got to talk to her a little bit. I'll be seeing her next year. Maybe. Get some art. Anyway, they reprinted this last year, I think, in the States. Mandarake catalog, who cares? Here are the Art Germ sketchbooks. This one is last year's. Nope, this is last year's. And this is the one from this year. Art Germ's a fantastic artist. I love seeing his originals because you get to really see what his art looks like without the computer coloring. But you can tell that, like, AI is stealing from him. Like, AI is stealing from Art Germ with its generative bullshit. Because this is what real art looks like when it looks like this, not generative bullshit. Anyway, I hope maybe to have him on the podcast at some point. I got 2 of those. Oh, yeah, that's right. So one of my goals was to find, and I still haven't found, a program from The Crow. But I did end up finding a flyer. Nope. I found 2 flyers. Victims, aren't we all? And then I don't think Jamie's still in here, but Jamie asked me to find this. A program from the movie The Wraith. I have never even seen. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I saw this movie when I was very young. Charlie Sheen. Oh, there he is. Jamie, you asked me to find it. Not easy finding some of the stuff that people ask me for, honestly. Like Sam McClurg asked me to find him like the hardest Taiko Saito book, and well, I couldn't. Well, look at his screen name though, Andy. All right, so pair of 3D glasses from Jaws 3D, Jaws 3. But this movie store had this behind the counter and they hadn't priced it yet. And I asked him, it's called The Wreath, how much it was. It's all of the flyers from Jaws. Like all of the Jaws. Look at this. Maybe if they used that to market the movie, it wouldn't have sucked so much. No, it's still. What if they used that to market Jaws 3D? No, it still would have sucked. Let me see what that looks like with the glasses on. Yes, it's 3D. And then I guess maybe this is a Jaws festival where they were doing 1 and 2. Another Jaws 3D flyer, and then Jaws the Revenge, and another Jaws the Revenge. From heaven comes the. I'm gonna just translate. I'm gonna translate you all this. From the heavens comes the biggest killer. Jaws the Revenge. He is heaven sent. It's exactly what it says in Japanese. And then another one of these. Yeah, The Wraith, I vaguely remember it, but I can't say I completely remember it. I had to pick this up. I just thought it would be cool to have a more modern program. And honestly, the Fantastic Four movie program fucking slaps. First of all, it's printed in a matte velvety finish. And it's just, the design of the program is as cool as the design of the movie was. Fantastic Four. Say anything bad about this movie, I'll kick you out. Anyway. And look, Kazer's in here. No, I did not realize that the art, the head of visual, okay, their English is Japanglish, development. Wow. And associate producer is Ryan I think it's pronounced Meandering. They have art books of him all over Mandarake. And I didn't realize that's who he was. And I kind of bummed that I didn't pick it up. And then it goes through some MCU stuff and some comic stuff here. Yeah. All right, Ian, have a good night, man. Hope you're doing better. Sharknado is Jaws' real revenge. No, it did not fall short in design aesthetic. It looked better than we could have ever dreamed. I ended up snagging 2 Shin Godzilla programs. Another program that just looks real dope. I mean, that's the shot of the movie. Some production art in there, So I've got the Godzilla fans covered. Spawn number 2. I couldn't find another one of these, Marco. I think this is the one you wanted. If I don't... Yeah, I thought I found another one. Unironically enough, I take Sharknado over anything that came out this year. Well, that's a weird statement to make, considering Sinners came out this year. But hey, everybody's got their own takes. I bought 2 of these. If you're a fan of, what's it called? Alice in Borderland. She was the businesswoman in the first season who bangs the nerd. And no, I was trying to say I didn't find another one. This is like her model book. Basically, it's like a Swimsuit Illustrated. But her name is God, I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Ayama Mizaki. Anyway. So that's that. I still have one more big ass pile to show off, but let's do a blind box unboxing. I don't know what I'm going to get in this. Oh, so it wasn't that one. So then I think the one that I did say I got for you, I got. Okay. All right, Marco. Anywho, let's see what I get. It's a Godzilla thing. I'm just going to open it. This thing's so hard to open. There we go. It's a, oh, cool. It's like a, I think this is a giant magnet. It's actually got some weight to it. Oh yeah, it's a magnet. That's the coolest one. That's the coolest one. Cool. That's going up on my fridge. All right, what else we got here? One more big pile of books and then some other little things. Right? One more pile, yeah. Here we go. Ah! Oh my God, it's so fucking heavy. Okay. Anyway, so this is one of the Spawn figure collections. This is the third book. I think it's the final book. I was with Aki when I found this, or he found it. And we were talking about it. I think Aki worked on this, he said. He's been working in comics for 30 years. He said there was like, the first issue of this had 100,000 copies. By the time they got to this third issue, he says maybe 2,000. So it's basically a lookbook of all McFarlane figures at that time. And I looked up online, after I bought it, I was like, let me see what this thing goes for. And yeah, it's like a $75 book. Goes into Metal Gear, it goes into a lot of stuff. Thought would be fun to pick up one of these. Bone, the first ever printing of it in Japan with the Obi. Jeff Smith's best-selling, award-winning. No, let me move this stuff over. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me one sec. This pile's just so fucking big. There we go. So I thought it would be cool to pick that up. Somebody's going to want this, I'm sure. First issue of Vampirella magazine in Japanese. Very different than what the first issue of Vampirella was in the States. First of all, it's a lot thicker. That's what she said. It's got the poster. So it's got some Vampirella stuff. Got plenty of Vampirella stuff, but that's not all. No. There is Bernie Wrightson and Richard Corbin in here. And Neil Adams. And Ken Kelly. And Frank Frazetta. I don't know who this is. Bud Lewis and Alex Nino. But let's show off the Wrightson. Here's the Wrightson. I don't know if this is his some of his Edgar Allan Poe stuff here. Yep. Edgar Allan Poe Black Cat. Corbin. So that's the first issue of Vampirella. I think they did 3 in Japan. Harley Ivy, which this should be all, I think this is all Ty Templeton stuff, but maybe it's Bruce Timm. No, it's all Bruce Timm and Dini. This, I did not know about. Now I have to track down the rest of them. Super Comic Maker, which is mostly Dark Horse stuff. I think this is the only time that Tank Girl was ever printed in Japan. But it's not just that. I mean, you get the Batman Predator in the first part in color. Then it goes into, let's see. I don't know what this is. Oh, Sex Warrior. Good old sex warrior. I believe, is that George Perez? The Mask. I mean, this thing's so cool. I think there's 5 issues of it total. I don't know if I said that or not. Army of Darkness. And then the Tank Girl's back here. Concrete's here. And then Tank Girl. Yeah, right? Did I check out any of those Toilets in Perfect Days? I don't, it's been a long time. I haven't seen Perfect Days in 20 years, so I don't remember. This is a music magazine. I thought it was cool with a Madonna cover, and then it's a complete music magazine with music manga, which I thought was even cooler. With a old pressed 4-leaf clover in there. Boy George. I don't know. I'd have to like use Translate to figure out who everybody is in here. But this thing's really cool. And then there is something cut out of here, a card. Like these are like paper trading cards. But the Madonna's still there. Anyway, yeah, I thought this was really dope. I think Sean handed this to me. Maybe I grabbed this off the shelf and Aki was like, oh, that's this, blah, blah, blah. That's what this is. Anyway, it's all this fucking dope Ultraman stuff. This is like a catalog of everything cool that Ultraman ever had. So it's like basically like a reprint collection of like there's dice. Oh, you know what? I was trying to find some kaiju dissection stuff. And the guy at Mandarake, we were going through the stuff and he said this might have a couple of pages of it. And he was right. But this is like a history of Ultraman stuff. It's not just the art, it's the merch, it's the show, it's the movies, whatever. This thing is so cool. I didn't pick up a ton of Ultraman stuff just because Ultraman is like, there's so much of it, it's really hard to make a decision on it. Because all of it's got really cool kaiju. Anyway, that's a dope book. I did score 2 copies of this. This, I think, was recently printed in Japan. Batman, The Cult, Starlin Wrightson, Bill Ray. So, obviously, I had to have Jim Starlin sign them. Not too much, exactly, like that Ultraman's like the Chip Kid, that manga. Not too much Wrightson got published in Japan. And I think this is maybe one of 2, maybe trade paperbacks. I think the Swamp Thing stuff was collected. So I had to pick this up. I showed this off. You're going to see a video haul with me, Sean, Jim, and Dave. And we each picked out a bunch of like 3 or 4 books each that we picked up at that point that we thought would be cool to show off. And this was already sealed, but I could read the cover, Godzilla Visual Impact of the Movie Posters. I kind of knew what this was going to be, and I was right. This is a book of all of the Godzilla movie posters up until 2006 or something like that. I mean, to own these posters, you're going to spend thousands on these originals. So to have a collection that shows them off is the best you're going to get. Yeah, I think it goes maybe to Godzilla 2000. Maybe a little bit beyond that. There's Godzilla 2000. Oh, Final Wars is the last one. So that's 2004. It's got this cool gatefold cover. So at least one of those will be for sale. I found one more I have one copy of this, but this is the special edition Brutus magazine with the Otomo book called Who Is Katsuhiro Otomo. It's like a timeline of his career plus this manga. So I think this will be for sale. I'm pretty sure I bought one last year. Thank you, Dr. Jacob. And hello there, Jonathan. Yeah, I've been on, this will be a 3-hour video. So I don't know if I'm going to have a video tomorrow. I was supposed to have a video that Brandon was doing for me. And at 9 o'clock at night, I have no confirmation that that video is going to be completed. So may not be a new video tomorrow. What am I going to do? Starlog magazine number 5. How do I not buy this? It's got a Superman cover. And what I didn't know, it has the Superman fold-out poster. But the Starlog magazines are great. There's art in here. There's photos from movies. There's another manga. This, I think, is a Mobius. Yeah, that's a Mobius. I think this is one of the only places that Mobius might have been printed in Japan. But yeah, the Starlog magazines are one of the places that you would get the heavy metal guys printed. So I know that like some of them have Corbin and Mobius, as you see. So yeah, you just don't know what's in there because I couldn't open this up at the store. Alex Nino. So yeah, this was a movie in American or World Comics magazine. I thought this was a reprint, but no, these are original printings of the Alien vs. Predator books in Japanese, the first series that Dark Horse printed. I thought they were reprinted because Badlands had just come out, but I think they found stock of them and they were for sale in certain places, unless I ended up buying an original by accident and they were recently reprinted. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. I can't talk to these people about it. I almost did not see this. I was at the checkout for the Mandarake in Umeda in Osaka. No, it was the other one. It was the other one, and wherever the other one is in Osaka. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I pointed to it. I said, Alien. And he grabbed it, and he scanned it, and he sold it to me. So, but what this is the reprint of the Walt Simonson heavy metal. Printed this in 10 issues or something, but Simonson did the art on this. Who wrote it? Was it Chaikin? No, it was somebody else who's no, it wasn't George Perez. I forget who wrote this, but Simonson did the art. And this is the adaptation of the first film. It's fucking glorious. Two copies of that. And then this is that Ayama Misaki book. It's her model book. I mean, it's PG-13 at best. I mean, it would be R-rated if they didn't use Photoshop. But there's no real nudity in here. But God, she's gorgeous. Trust me, you could go down a rabbit hole on these model books real easy. And I was just looking up to see, because I really like Alice in Borderland. I haven't watched the new season yet, but I was looking up to see which of the women in there had model books. And she had just released this. So I was like, oh, I'm going to pick it up. And I picked up 2. I figured there's got to be at least one person that wants to buy one of these. Right? And then I'm not opening, I'll show this off, but I'm not opening it right now. I'm going to just try and sell it. This is the Angel's Egg image boards. This is from the Yoshitaka Mano exhibit. It was not cheap. And it's not going to be cheap. But this is, and I'm sure it's going to be sold out and selling for, double what I paid in no time, if it isn't already. Correct. Marco's like, correct. You are correct. That may be it for the books. Let's see. I showed off the art. All right, what we're going to do. Oh, I'll show this stuff off. Hopefully my ass crack ain't hanging out. Oh, well. Let's see. All right, I'll grab these, because there's some cool stuff here. So last year, I brought back... Oh, if you saw that I met Walter White, well, I brought back one of his samples. I mean, it, you know. You're not supposed to eat meth, but I did. I brought back one of these. Armando, I don't know if I'm going to be selling it. Maybe I will then to you, but I was thinking about getting this signed by David Finch at OAX next year, but we can talk. I got this at Luke's Lobster. It's just a Jaws tumbler. Oh, it's still sealed. I was like, fuck it. I got to buy it. But last year I bought back those iGirl PVC figures, and these were the other ones, and these are designed by Peach Momoko. She didn't. I do have the card, like the blister card, but you know, I don't have. They're not designed by Peach, the blister cards, but these figures were tough to find. Oh, that's right. Finch is going to be at ECCCCCCCCCC as well. Japanese art style pin blind box of Godzilla. I got two of these. These are Junji Ito Pocket Curse blind box figurines. I might open one. I don't know. I guess if I open one and I don't want it, someone will want to buy it anyway. And then I did buy a whole bunch of these Akira blind box figures. I bought some of each of them, each series. I don't have the box of them yet because that is being shipped by Japan Post, but I do have a couple of here. I'm going to be selling these. I don't think I'm going to open anymore. I opened one. I got Kaneda on the bike. What else? Oh, got this cool Donkey Kong keychain from the Nintendo store. The Nintendo store is fun. That's something else. That's a gift for somebody. And then, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. This is going to be the last stuff I'm showing. I'll stick around and maybe for 5 minutes or so. Here, we'll just do this. So here's just some fun little merch. I bought some gachapon. They did these new Transformers, like old style packaged toys, mini toys. So I got a couple of those. This is a Junji Ito one. I'm going to open this one and see what I get. Oh God, what is it? Goods of Junji Ito. I think this is going to end up being a cloth of some sort. Yeah, it's like a... Oh, it's a tote bag. No Pokeballs. That's pretty disgusting. Junji Ito tote bag. And then I got some stuff at the Nintendo store. I got the Triforce pin, the Shield pin from Zelda, another blind package X-Men thing. This is from the Manga Museum, and this is the Night of the Living Cat keychain. Some more Night of the Living Cat stickers, which I actually kind of want to watch it now. I couldn't resist picking up some Street Fighter stickers. We got Cammy and Chun-Li. This was free from the Marvel store. Thank you. I am back. It's just a cool Happy Holidays card. Some lucky Dave Benjamin will probably get that. Koenji fucking City, baby. What else? We got two of these rad Godzilla stickers. I'll hold that there so you can see. Single white female original movie ticket. Bridget Fonda. Wow. And Jennifer Jason Leigh. Pac-Man World 2 sticker. I don't know where I got that. This was at Tsutaya. This beautiful cat wooden postcard. But it's a cool piece of art. Another X-Men blind box thing. And then I have two more of these Peach Momoko sticker sets, which I'll be selling one. It's like 12 stickers of like her more horror art that she did in the first part of her career. And then I'm just going to open this. This came from the Marvel store. It's like, Armando, you'll dig this. They were doing like, I guess they're reprints of Marvel Universe cards. I don't know exactly, but let's see what I get. I got it for spending X amount of dollars, I think. Come on. Captain America and his shield. Yeah, it's just replicas of 90 Marvel Universe cards. It's so interesting. And they're authorized by Marvel, so whatever. All right. Well, look, here, let's thanks for hanging out. This is 3 hours and 6 minutes. Nice way to come back and say hello to the friends. So most of the stuff you see tonight will be for sale, with the exception of the couple of things that I, talked about, like wanting to find for a while, the Kaba 2, the Domu fanzine, the cartridge, but I'm going to work over the next week and a half to price this stuff. There's just one more box, Dan, one more box. I didn't pick up those dinosaur books. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, there's just one more box of like the blind box figures, like Godzilla toy that I bought. There's so much stuff though here. It's going to take me a while to price it all. I will be doing a Patreon exclusive sale before the next live sale, so get signed up if you're interested. Exclusive videos and all that good stuff in there too. I feel like there's more stuff somewhere, but I don't know. I don't think there is. But yes, all the stuff for the most part will be for sale. I don't know if there's a new video tomorrow, so my apologies if there isn't. I'm sure it'll be out soon. Monday, there's a new direct edition episode. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. That really helps the visibility of this. But yeah, look for the Japan sale. I will be advertising it a week out, so you'll know. I do have some American stuff that'll be in that sale because I squirreled some stuff away from my first sale back. There's more videos coming. There should be an Osaka video, a Kyoto video, Nakano Broadway Mandarake video. There's going to be a video on at least one more video on Sean's channel from Manga Quest. 2 weeks from, December 29th, last episode of Direct Edition this year is an interview with Sean. We actually talk, there was a very interesting conversation we had, and I loved having it with him, and we're going to try and do more. But thank you all for watching the videos that have come out already. If you haven't checked out the Japan Comic Art Expo video or the Tokyo Comic Con video, those are both up on the channel. They're doing real well. Can always use more comments and likes and all that. And the direct edition, the Patreon, the link's in the description below. $5 a month. That's all. It helps support the channel. It helps support me paying my editor. But anyway, thanks for everybody being here. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I'm going to probably go live next Wednesday for Christmas Eve. Just do a chat and chill, talk about Japan even more. So bring your questions there. Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to, that's what I call a pod racing jacket. Thanks, Joshy. Thanks, Tyler. Rewatch this or hit the like button or comment or whatever. Help it get out there in the algorithmic place. But everybody have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday or your Sunday morning. Dave out. Arigato gozaimasu.